Just need to make sure YouTube's up, Twitch is up. There we go. Let's see the heroes or the live stream. Change the thumbnail. And there we go. And I think everything's good. Bitrate's good. Good to go, good. No drop frames. And yep, I think everything is good now. So let's go ahead and get started. I got a whole bunch of replays options. Can't say if all of them are good or none of them are good. Could be potentially because I'm mostly just getting games replay, but focusing on a lot of newer stuff. Because hopefully it can draw the current crowd. And I first got started with a bunch of older replays, all the hot ones, and now I'm focusing on more newer stuff for the more current players. So yep, let's go ahead and get started. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawned in looks like partially AFK Wehrmacht player. We have more luck, please. Spawn the opponent as a US player. We have Quate. Let's see, got one engineer. Oh, a little bit. I think I may have already cast this replay. Did I already cast this replay? Oh well. Let's go and just kind of cast it. I may have already cast this one earlier, but who knows. At least the stream just started, so though actually apparently just 2 people already joined in. So let me know if you've seen this replay already, but let's go ahead and just get it going. Got a 3rd engineer deployed on out. We do have 2 pioneers kept at the Wehrmacht quarters. 3rd pioneer has been deployed on out. So 3 engineers versus 3 pioneers, relatively even, though pioneers are of course cheaper, but generally a bit weaker. Engineers heading straight up north. We're going straight for the munitions point here, perhaps for the VP. Probably munitions point, I'm guessing. Engineers moving towards this, I'm assuming going to be the cutoff points. And saying, hi, have fun, hi, same, thanks. So overall, they're quite quaint with each other. Okay, that was horrible. And they're not super hostile. Looks like there was a bit chilled with each other, to say the least, but then again, that's a small interaction. Likely rifleman coming out, could be a Jeep.
Yes, sir.
Volksgrenadier have been employed on out. We may see a motorcycle or MG-42 return. Could be a second Volksgrenadiers. It's not uncommon to see a motorcycle out. Could be Schenwagen. Nothing being deployed just yet. The munitions point will soon be in territory. We got another Volksgrenadier actually, so he's saving up his fuel, going for field control. We got a rifleman deployed and out, making his way towards the cutoff point, or a cutoff point.
Need any construction?
Down south, we do have the Volksgrenadier engaging the pioneers. Pioneers, of course, not pioneers, engineers to get inside the garrison. Fly out some heavy cover there in front of the engineers with only 1 window there. Not much damage to get dished out. And pioneers just going to bypass them and go straight for the munitions point down south. Engineers do back out of the building because there's no way they can win that engagement. Only able to stall it out. And it looks like it's perhaps eyeing to capture this munitions point here. Second Volk squad has been deployed on out. Rifleman squad eyeing to advance. We do got quite a bit of wire here. Yep, I probably seen the cast this replay because I recognize that wire formation. Or it could have been the same person doing the same thing. I think I cast this replay. Oh well. I'm just going to get it going. Mission point is being captured by the engineers. And these engineers capturing up this munitions. Well, pioneers capturing that munitions point. Down south, we do have the Volksgrenadier making advance, forcing away the engineers away from capturing that VP. Currently, this one VP captured in favor of the US player, getting a nice little ticket lead. Looks like he has cut the wire there, making all that wire sort of pointless. But we've got engineers and riflemen here. With both of them there, he's able to fight out against the Volksgrenadier quite easily. No cover in the terrain, and the engineers being focused down rather than the riflemen. And the engineers do back off after decapturing the point. MG42. Oh, lost a unit. Looks like one Pioneer went down in one of the engagements. And the riflemen do get suppressed there by the MG42. Volksgrenadier will probably capture that fuel point as the MG42 is probably going to rotate over here, I'm assuming.
Volksgrenadiers here.
Volksgrenadier is moving over here. Likely the Pioneer that went down was over here, I'm assuming? Could be over here.
It is built.
I don't see any carcasses or corpses. When does a carcass or a corpse become a carcass? Is it when the buzzard starts picking away at it?
Laying mines.
Nah, that's a bit morbid. Engineers, this is the one that was decaptured that fuel point. That's cutoff point is, well, cut off, but it doesn't only cut off the munitions point. It does actually cut off this fuel point nor this munitions point that's captured on up.
MG42 reporting.
MG42, a second MG42 has been born now, so going for 3 Pioneer, 2 Volksgrenadiers, and 2 MG42 build. And Rifleman throw out a very early frag, but he does manage to dodge it nice and early. Usually the first frag can be the most dangerous since you're not aware of it being thrown. These engineers have cut the wire, will be falling back now. MG42 has been spotted.
Losing a sector.
Volksgrenadiers at ready.
Volksgrenadiers are advancing on forward. We got, of course, the engineers inside this garrison, while this rifleman does get suppressed. Riflemen do fall on back. Got the VP being captured up by the rifleman, but does actually stop capturing there because the MG42 does get suppressed there. He's going for a frag. He's rushing forward, but he's getting annihilated. The front models keep on getting annihilated, but this one does manage to get the frag off. Getting 2 models there. So it looks like both squads being forced on back. He spent more munitions on that, lost more manpower there. So overall good trade, probably for the Wehrmacht player. Huh, looks like this bunker will be clipped into the building a little bit. Likely going to be casualty recovery bunker. And it looks like the Wehrmacht player is going to tighten the hold around this VP. It has not been decaptured there. And he's still retaining this income of this fuel and munitions point as these engineers starts roaming around, capturing and decapturing points. 2 riflemen over here. This Volksgrenadier does get hit a bit. Got the MG42 inside this building. Perhaps could hop inside this garrison or keep it ungarrisoned so it can maintain reinforcements. Rifleman coming in for a nice flank. Yes, be very careful of these frag grenades. This rifleman's may advance forward, so this MG42 won't be able to rotate over. Second rifleman squad advancing. He has not rotated the gun. Decides to unpack entirely. Throws a frag grenade there, forcing back the Volksgrenadier. This MG42 will need to fall back with 2 potential more frag grenades. He won't be able to hold and secure this point. Casualty recovery bunker hat will be spotted and will be built. Down south, we've got Pioneers and MG42 trying to save the MG42. Does force back both those engineers. The MG42 gains some great damage in. There's still 2 models remain, so likely he will escape on out of there. And surprisingly enough, a model does not get dropped there. Up north,
Supply lines are broken.
engineers do fall back away from the Volksgrenadiers. One casualty has been covered. This medic's getting hit. This one is trying to bring back another casualty. He may actually get it. Still has plenty of health, and yeah, he will get that. So gets 2 of the models recovered, and he's pretty close to getting a free grenadier. Medics are rushing forward, but it looks like the casualty's already
The Yankees are having
expired.
our territory.
Rifleman captured that munitions point. If he's able to help re-secure this general area, he does have a pretty good hard point to help pressure this point here. The US player may need to pull out some
We have territory out of
get the
supply.
demolition charge upgrade sooner rather than later. Riflemen do get suppressed here.
The
Now
enemy
thinking
is
about it, this
seizing our
replay does
territory.
not seem familiar. So likely the previous person was up here and did the same thing as he did in the previous game, I think. Because I don't actually remember this game. I recognize the wire format, but that could have been just him doing something tried and true. MG42 set up north up here. Rifleman managed to skirt around. That is traversable hedges there, as opposed to intraversable hedges right here.
Advances.
if that would make any sense. MG42 does get some good suppression there. That one infantry does coming out. He may go for... no, he doesn't have a whole lot of munitions at the moment. So no MP40 Volks likely in the future, or near future. And I got the escalate assault phase complete. That's
They're
assault
losing
phase.
territory.
That means that's not the Kriegsberg, but that's the Sturmarmory. I didn't realize he teched up twice. Does get some suppression there, but we've got the MG riflemen trying to get hit there. Engineers do force back the MG42. The Volksgrenadier fall back as well. Flamen Warfare has been completed on this squad.
Americans are seizing territory from us.
Engineers are pulling out some landmines. Down south, we've got the landmines being discovered there, now, which will prevent the grenade being crushed forward and thrown. It's severe damage coming out onto those riflemen. Down south, engineers with Flamen Warfare engaging pioneers with Flamen Warfare engaging the engineers. Engineers are getting knocked around a bit thanks to Flinch. He's trying to prevent the Flamer from really firing. He is nice spread out here, but he does fall back. Second Flamen Warfare squad is pushing his way forward, and that's freshly completed as well. He may want to get out some Vet 1 support units since he has 2 Flamen Warfares. He began this cutoff point, very nice. Engineers pushing the way forward. The wire has been rebuilt and does not get the cutoff wire cut. Engine 42 is advancing forward, maybe get some. He's going to get behind this heavy cover right there.
Losing a
Help
sector.
cover this VP, cover the cutoff point. Down south, we've got the riflemen capturing the munitions point. And this engineer squad is still falling back. I remember seeing another landmine, or maybe not. He may get one more model drop there. No, he does not. Sturmarmory has complete. We'll likely see an armor. I'm guessing a 234 armored car. Very good frag there. Does withdraw. He's prone to being fully wiped there. He's going to be pursuing it. No, he does not get the wipe there. Volksgrenadiers has all the models off. And level 1 level veterans for the severely wounded. Riflemen do get behind some light cover. So the rifleman will likely win that engagement, especially when he's making self-retreat. May need to use some medical crates there. 30 cal emplacement does find this Volksgrenadier. Push too far forward. And now the medic model is charging forward. This squad does get suppressed there. There's two. No, that's a rifleman casualty here. This Volksgrenadier model will be recovered. We'll give him one more casualty closer to a free Grenadier. And he needs that Grenadier right now. He could leave this MG42 more exposed to get another casualty covered, but no, he does not. And likely this medic will go down.
Squad is down.
Oh, he lost a Volksgrenadier? That ain't good. Ah, it's the one up here. He lost an entire Volksgrenadier. That casualty has been recovered, but no other casualties are available at the moment. Do we see demolition charges? No, we do not. Observation post on this munitions point. Plenty of command points stored up. Now we do have a 2, 3, 4 deployed on now. He has skipped the Kriegsberg. And we do have no doctrine selected yet for the US players. Just has 4 riflemen, 3 engineers, no upgrades, but we do have a Greyhound deployed on out, or being deployed on out. And suppression does come out on the engineers. 2, 3, 4 making his advance. And forces back the engineer. Oh, here pioneers do decapture that fuel point. Northern points may be captured. Oh, that's a US landmine. Engineers do sustain quite a bit of damage right there. Oh. And the engineers found a landmine as well. There's also some tank traps here. MG42 sounding gun up. The thing as well, these medics are alive here. He hasn't taken out the medics. So the medics can still get a Grenadier, and he can pop out a Grenadier here at a very inopportune time. for either player, so it's going to be a bit risky for both. Grenadier, depends. It could go either way. Spawning out could be great. Spawning out could be horrible.
We're losing a fuel
Greyhound
sector.
switches way forward.
Ground position
Greyhound's
B
going to
is
probably be
engaged.
engaged in 2, 3, 4. Stick bombs are now available, but Flamer's getting some great damage onto that rifleman. No friendly fire damage onto the bunker yet.
Victory point under siege. The Germans are moving in.
May see a 50 millimeter upgrade there on this Greyhound. 50 caliber upgrade on the Greyhound.
Losing enemy unit.
May see a Panzerfaust as well, but it doesn't look like any of the models can see your line of Panzerfaust. Nope, you'll not get a Panzerfaust off. Up north, engineers and riflemen getting suppressed by the MG42. The MG42 is also severely wounded. I think he's rushing forward for a grenade. No, he does not get a grenade off. That is a Wehrmacht landmine as well. Greyhound now taking on that bunker. Medics maybe on the casualty recovery. Maybe they're killed off. I'm not so sure. And that is a 50 millimeter Greyhound. He wants to keep that bunker alive. The first shot was a miss, but now that 50 millimeter Puma deployed on the field, it will be hard for the Greyhound to pursue around. And keeping this bunker alive can be very, very useful. One, he's very close to Grenadier. Two, forward reinforcements can be deployed here as well. Stug has also been deployed now, so it's gone a little bit overkill in response to the Greyhound. I probably would have not have gone for the Stug if I would have gone for the 50 millimeter, but he gets both. Granted, the 50 millimeter will be a bit more mobile, easy to hunt down stuff.
Ready to roll.
May see a Greyhound landmine. And 2 casualties to be recovered on up. It looks like both Pioneer models. He may have lost a Pioneer that was hit that landmine we saw earlier. Heard a mine detonation over here? No. Or found another landmine. There may have been that landmine I heard earlier. Fresh Grenadier has been blown out. He does kill off one of the medics. I think both medics may be down. Grenadier's making a soft retreat away towards the Stug. Stug's at a bad angle. And there's just 2 rifles here. The Grenadier won't be able to win this fight all too well. But the MG42 does get some great suppression there. Throws out a stick bomb as well. Relatively good damage there.
Able company has the point.
Okay, we got an M1 AT gun deployed now, which will be very useful for the Stug and Puma. Nebelwerfer, also known as Screaming Nemi,
Losing ammunition.
raining on in. Gets a good hit there. He doesn't fall back. Will get singed on the retreat. There's actually 3 fires. It just looks like just 2. But the fires do claim another model there. Very nice. Stug making his advance.
operations.
Puma's engaged in the flank. We do got defensive operations, which means infantry doctrine has been selected. His opponent has not selected doctrine just yet. Got his 5th command point, so he has a good amount of command points stored up.
Okay, location is ours. We've captured a fuel supply.
Veterancy gained.
And that one tanks. So the Stug now gets his veterancy. He has to point out another armored car. Maybe a good idea to get out some light vehicle veterancy at this current rate. Yeah, Pioneers captured this point. We do have the AT gun creeping around the southern area. Greyhound is being repaired.
We are losing territory. Cowards.
And now the AT gun's going to be sieging that bunker. It's a good idea. You can't really get the Greyhound in, but the AT gun can siege it no problem. Frag grenade thrown. Good damage there, getting 2 models. Got some pressure coming out by the MG42. As the Grenadiers are making their advance as well, getting some kills there, slowly pinning that squad. The squad is still suppressed. And good damage coming on out on that bunker. We do got suppression or a Nebelwerfer coming on in. Not exactly sure where, maybe hitting the AT gun. Panister Shrek has been pulling out. Warferman's largely missing pretty tight barrage there as well, but it was a complete whiff. Though the retreat path is singeing with these guys, doesn't get any model drops, however. And the engineers are getting ripped apart by the MG42 and all these forces. Off-map power strip now pushing the way forward. Will back the armor car into the off-map power strip, getting a direct hit there. Grenadier receiving a bit of fire there. We'll have to go through the gauntlet of
We
artillery.
have lost a unit.
Lost another unit. Second Nebel Warfare has employed an out. 50mm is engaging these forces. Getting a good hit there on the engineer.
We're losing a sector.
Up north, we've got the Greyhound. They may took out a unit. AT gun trying to set on up, trying to get a hit there on the 50mm. Greyhound and Puma will spot each other. Greyhound does get a good hit there, and also body blocking him, trying getting a sticky bomb off. He will get a sticky bomb off. No, he does not. The line of sight blocker, I believe, interrupted him. And the Puma will escape on out of there. Nebel Warfare's making their advance. This is the autocannon armor car, and Stug hasn't been damaged there. No additional vectors yet. No doctrine selection yet for the Wehrmacht player either. Rocket making their
We're
advance,
losing territory.
and they do get suppressed there by this MG42. Doesn't get any AoE suppression. Now he does get suppression on that other squad as well. Autocannons engaging this rifleman down south, and may have been a landmine there, but he's just really wounded. Vet 2 rifleman could potentially go down. He does not pursue it. I think that's going to be a repair bunker, not a casualty recovery bunker. Could be a casualty recovery bunker. Nebel Warfare raining on in. Almost smashed his own grenadier there. But overall, a large miss there with his barrage. Up north, we've got the riflemen captured the munitions point. We do have the Puma fully repaired.
MG Ku on me.
And the MG42 quite wounded, but in the region as well. Hedrick squad trying to capture that point. They stop the capture there and does find the MG42. Does both sides try to throw a grenade. The sick bomb, of course, does force back his opponent. Bunker hasn't deployed right there. Okay, that's the repair bunker. And these forces are falling on back. Armor car does receive a hit there by the 50mm. But the AT gun rolls a miss there, so that AT gun in the air will prevent the Puma from being around for all too long. Direct hit there, Greyhound does get a good hit as well. And AT gun does get the main gun destroyed there. Greyhound fires and goes out of control. But it also sort of looked like there he actually got out of control by the 50 cal.
Veteran seat gained.
There's a landmine there as well. Veterancy gain does get light vehicle veterancy, which does not affect the Nebel Warfares, while the AT gun does get affected. And the Flak 88, if he goes with a Flak 88. Frag grenade thrown there. Oh! That that squad did not retreat back very quickly. Still at 1 level veterancy. Repair bunker trying to get some repairs in. And here comes Hellcat. He has deployed now a tank depot that's not off-map combat route. Not likely anyways. And there's some US landmines scattered about. It feels like overall the Wehrmacht player has lost significantly more amount than the US player. Hellcat does roll a miss. But we do got some good suppression coming out by the MG42. Down south, riflemen do find a landmine. Nebel Warfare is not firing a barrage on them. Nothing really there to engage them. Ooh, that looks like an on-map M2. No, that's off-map Hauser shoot.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
MG42 does get white. Probably will go fully destroyed. Stroke does get a good hit down the Hellcat. Hellcat trying to rotate around the rear armor. MG42 does fully get destroyed there. And Nebel Warfare, Rifleman does fully get wiped there. Nebel Warfare does fire. And Flamer's trying to get some good bursts in, trying to get some sticky grenades onto the Stug. Flamer squad will get fully wiped there. And the Greyhounds is now sieging down the repair bunker. Armor car, autocannon armor cars go behind to gauge these riflemen as well. 7 command points, there's a lot of command points stored up. Neb Warfare, I think it's going to be close range barrage right, probably right around here. Yep. Oh, getting some good hits there on the retreat, but that's probably largely thanks to the autocannon. And he does not burn his bunker down, though it actually is getting burnt a bit. The HP is slowly going down, so this one is burning him up.
Americans are seizing territory. 300 points left.
Good hits there onto the Pantrick squad. Rifleman throw a pretty aggressive frag grenade. Does get one of the models there. Stick bomb is thrown well. The steel hand grenade, I think the rough translation is. Steel hand grenade.
Right, Pioneer, will do. Fall in line.
Das Reich.
Oh.
Propaganda campaign is ready to go.
Terror has been act selected. He will soon be able to get in the King Tiger as well, but he went straight for the V1 side. There's no on-map howitzer just on the field at the moment. So I got some AT gun shots onto the Volksgrenadier. The Volksgrenadier should be able to capture that point, no problem. Yeah, more or less minor problem. Being hit by a 57mm you would imagine it's like, oh no, that's a big gun shooting at us, but they're only loaded for armor piercing. Still, I would not want to try catching one of those rounds. Riflemen do get suppressed there. And Neb Warfare's running on in. Probably right around here. Hellcat now charging forward. Don't think they're from off-map combat groups either. AT gun shot does connect as well. PAC-3 will be very effective. Stug's advancing. I do also have the Pantrick advancing as well. Good hits there onto the vehicles there with the PAC gun. Autocannon is not getting good angles in. And then Neb Warfare is bringing up his own squad from Neb Warfare. The Stug is actually not really advancing. I think that's a second Stug as well. Yeah, 2 Stugs are out on the field. And a deadly hit there. Pioneer will be falling him back. And now we do have the MG42 sitting on up, covering the sector in the center. Bit of a standoff at the moment. AT gun largely unescorted, but riflemen are advancing. And there's the PAC-38's eyeing to destroy some of this hedge line.
Americans are seizing territory from us.
Riflemen are getting suppressed there by the MG42. And off-map howitzer shooting now raining on in on top of the MG42 now. Does do a full retreat. Receives one hit there, but manages to save one out. Grenadiers and Volksgrenadier making their advance. This is all. I'm pretty sure this is all of his infantry squads. Yeah, he still only has those 2 squads. Frag grenade thrown. He does largely avoid it. Neb Warfare raining on in the shuttle sector. This rifleman squad is still pinned down. Volksgrenadier receives some good hits there as Neb Warfare's raining on in. Stug's advancing, so is the autocannon. And with Veteran C2 vehicles, now he has access to the pinto mounts. Stugs are receiving some hits there.
Hey, Grenadiers, will do. Hold in line. Hey, another replacement.
Bunker has been deployed now. That probably is for a casualty recovery bunker. Yes, it is.
Attention. The enemy advances.
Quantity.
Nebel Warfare raining on in. Probably right around here, but probably everywhere but right here. No, the accuracy is relatively good. Does pin the squad.
Taking fire. We have finished. Grenadiers under fire.
Pantrex may find the landmine right there. Does have a good rear armor hit. Doesn't get any good shots off there onto the Hellcat just yet. Rifleman making their advance. They have one level of Vector C. Volksgrenadiers receiving some hits there by the Greyhound. Frag grenade thrown on top of the Grenadier. Doesn't lose any models there, but gets some good damage in. Riflemen are going to be getting a sticky bomb off onto the Stug, but nope, they don't. Hellcat severely does go down there. This Hellcat has full health still. Sticky bomb has connected with the Stug. And the US landmine has not been detonated just yet. Good hits there onto the Stug. It's destroyed it, and the sticky bomb will likely get the kill there.
Defended the fatherland until death.
So one Stug does go down. This one still has a damaged engine. Still has plenty of health. Oh, V1 raining on in. Maybe on top of the AT gun. It's starting to say this could be very, very deadly. Oh, crap. It landed right there. Never mind. It took out the M2. Anti-gun does get decrewed there. Another sticky bomb there onto the Stug. Does have the repair into Pioneers in the region. At least one model left. Though it has taken quite a bit of fire there. AT-gun trying to rotate around, trying to hit this Puma. It does get a sticky bomb off.
Puma, taking fire. Coming over.
Armor car is receiving some fire there. Greyhound and Hellcat rotating on over. Does get a gunner kill crit there. A direct hit there onto the armor car. And takes out the armored car.
Ready for orders.
Stood pretty far away from repairs. He does get Vet 1 support units, which does affect his Pioneers and Nebel Warfers and MG42s.
Pioneers have seized objective. Enemy in sight.
AT gun does get a good hit there onto the Greyhound, trying to get Panther Truck shot off. Does get Panther Truck shot off. Doesn't get the kill though, but very, very close.
Pack 38. Ready.
Pack 38 has been deployed on out. That would make 2. He definitely needs a... lost his Volksgrenadier as well. He needs regular infantry, whether it be Grenadiers or Volksgrenadiers. He could pass tech up to Knights Cross Soldiers, but still, he needs a standard infantry squad at this point in time. M2 raining on in. Fresh M2 has been pulled out. He can call a Firestorm on top of it. Just needs a little bit more munitions. Flamer engineers do try to burn down this observation post. There's no Flamer on this squad.
Grenadiers are taking fire at this position!
Does get a decent frag there, and does force with the Grenadiers with that frag. Down south, Pioneers, they have not advanced far enough forward for a Firestorm, but he does not have enough munitions for it. He needs a little less than a minute worth of munitions in order to call one
The
in.
Yankees are grabbing our territory.
The VPs are in favor of the US player by a small margin, a little less than 100. Pack 38 rotating his gun over. May see a Panzerfaust from... Oh, nope, we do not. Do see a second Grenadier squad. It could have been fun. Fresh casualty recovery. Net Warfare raining on in, trying to get some good damage in. And the MG42 does get decrewed. Does get a good hit there on the M8. Multiple hits there onto the Stug. It will be decrewed relatively soon at the current rate. And Sticky Bomb does connect. And it depends if he gets a crit, he stays alive. If it doesn't, he dies. So he lost both his Stugs now. He has no more Stugs. AT guns are being overran by this rifleman squad as well. Med 3 rifleman, though there's still no barge upgrades, he is getting some great work done with his rifleman. He's trying to self away the AT gun. The bolt action rifle, however, is still trying to fire away. Net Warfare close range does flash a little bit. His own Pack 38. Grenadiers will advance as well, get one of the models there. Up north, we do got the Hellcat and Greyhound in the region, getting repaired up by the engineer. Hellcat is down half health. These squads are trying to engage that M2. He does not have enough munitions for it. Far from it right now. He does get killed there on the Pioneers. Next shot could finish him off. No, it does not.
We are losing territory.
Relative, yeah, fresh armored cars, 0 kills. He says be careful about sticky bombs from these squads. Looks like sticky bombs will not be gotten off. Engineers do get suppressed, but Alpha Power Shoots going to make short work of that MG42. One direct hit there, not responding whatsoever. Direct hit there, the gun is likely dead. No, the gun's still there. Now the gun's not there. Yeah, look at that. It's still technically there, but dead. We've also got a piece of shrapnel on the right spot. Probably destroy the firing pin. The rifleman squad is receiving a bit of fire there. Hellcat's going to be pursuing the armored car. The armored cars will likely go down, but rolls a couple misses there. Frag grenade thrown. Direct hit, killing off that MG42.
Losing a sector.
Engineers rotating around, receiving quite a bit of fire there from the engineers. Pioneer squad may actually get fully wiped there. He's really not paying attention. It looks like he does make escape onto there, but here comes the M2 barrage. Armor car receiving some repairs from the nearby repair bunker. Pack 38 still camouflaged, but we got the single bolt action rifle still engaging. Getting a kill there. He has 2 kills. Did it take out 2 engineer models? Rifleman squad are quite wounded, but there are 3 levels of efficiency. Frag grenade there on top of 2 models. Getting the kills on 2 models. Does fall back, so it's unlikely he'll get wiped.
Gun crew, ready?
He must be... No, he doesn't have propaganda war yet, so he's pretty far away from getting King Tiger. Warfman trying to eye for this rifleman squad. Okay, 1 round was reasonably good, but I swear, Never warfare barrages. You never know where they're going to hit. M1 AT gun will not get wiped out there. M2 now raining a counter barrage on top of the Never warfare.
Enemy troops are firing on us!
Recon, awaiting orders.
And now we do actually have bar upgrades. Next, rushing forward, trying to reclaim casualty. He still has 2 grenadiers. And if he covers his casualty, that's the 3rd grenadier there. Gunner killed there on the armored car. Pack gun lining up shot, does get a good hit there.
Replacements on it!
And there it goes. Escalate the battle phase as well. So he will have 3 grenadiers. Escalate the battle phase. You may be able to pull out against the amount of Hellcats. Oh, there's only 1 Hellcat remaining. He may be a bit of lag. I don't think he's lagged out or quit at this point in time. Propaganda war just been deployed. Let's see, lag. I did not know see any either player's name there. So that may have been a spectator, actually. Would spectators show the lag reports? Probably not. I hope not.
The Americans are capturing a sector.
M2 now raining on in. Engineers will escape out of there. Let's see now. He is deploying out the Panzer Command. He has a bit of fuel there. He's likely going for a Hellcat. Not Hellcat, Panther. Probably not a Panzer IV, though Panzer IV wouldn't be half bad either to help engage both infantry and the Hellcats. Never warfare raining on in. I'm not so sure where though. Maybe over here?
We have 200 points. We're losing territory.
Those Never warfare's trying to hit that rifleman squad. Partially successful. Rifleman not charging on forward, trying to get some sticky bombs off. No casualties recovered right now. Grenadiers advancing, only veteran C2 on the Grenadiers, and we do have a Panzer IV. Okay, very nice. Grenade does force back that Grenadier squad. Auto cannons getting some great damage in, so we'll have a Vet 2 Panzer IV being deployed on out. And he could potentially be pretty close to a 2nd Panzer IV as well. He does have 2 Pioneers for repairs, as well as a repair bunker, so he does have plenty of repairs. So this Panzer IV will bring an unexpected weapon on the field.
Americans are seizing territory from us.
Taking fire on our position! We've built it according to plans.
Never warfare barrage raining on
One
in.
of our sectors has been cut off.
And we've got a regular Sherman tank out on the field as well. We're going to see the rare matchup with Sherman tank versus Panzer IV. I like to see unusual matchups, even though they're supposed to be designed against each other. So Panzer IV has been deployed out on the field. May find the AT gun Hellcat. The Panzer IV will need support because he's facing against a lot of objects against him. There are 2 AT guns deployed on the field. One right here getting a good hit there onto the Sherman tank. Panzer IV is advancing now. Pack gun does get another good hit there on the Sherman tank. Panzer IV does not get a shot off the Sherman tank. Autocannon still has plenty of health. We got a off-map power shoot raining on these support weapons. Let's get a good hit there onto the Panzer IV. Panzer IV will need to stay back, get healed up. A couple of models do go down there, but nothing too significant. I think repair engineers mostly went down there. Grenadiers Iron engages Rifleman. Rifleman could potentially throw a frag grenade onto the Grenadier. Does a 8 to hit, but then take a whole lot of damage. The building itself is almost down. AT gun does go down.
We are losing ground.
Up north, we do got the pioneers or engineers kept to the munitions point. There'll soon be enough munitions for our V1 rocket strike, which could change quite a bit. And direct hit there onto the armored car. Pack gun does roll and miss there on the infantry squad. Another Nebelwerfer barrage trying to hit this rifleman. Patrick's could potentially get a good hit there on the Hellcat. And down south, we do have this munitions point being decrewed, or the observation post.
Cover his position. Ready.
Hellcat does get a good hit there. Patrick rushing forward. Doesn't get a shot off there. Frag grenade thrown. Does take some minor splash from the frag grenade. Autocannon is trying to engage these, prevent the riflemen across the creek. And the rifleman squad will likely get out of a sticky bomb, but 2 sticky bombs likely. Propaganda war does connect, but misses the other rifleman squad. Oops, I hit my microphone. And that autocannon is fully immobilized, and likely it will go down to the sticky bomb, if not the AT gun.
Attack our forward base.
Should we crush them?
Panzer IV is fully repaired. And that sticky bomb is on cooldown. Up north, we've got the Panzerwreck engaging the Sherman tank. Sherman tank's almost fully repaired. Does have a sticky grenade or stick bomb on top of the engineers, but he does dodge it. Tying good hit there by the Panzerwreck.
Our base is under attack.
And there's also some U.S. landmines deployed on out. A Panther being deployed on out. And M2s are running on it. Does get decrewed there on the other pack guns. So all pack guns are down, but he does 2 Panzerwreck support, as well as soon to be a Panther. Panzer IV does roll a miss there. May 6 sticky bomb there from this rifleman squad. Does use propaganda war to force him back. Goes a sticky bomb from the other squad. Does get damage injured there. He does have no more repair engineers. Nebelwerfer needs to get on out of there as well. The Nebelwerfer could get decrewed. He is going to down the Nebelwerfer.
They defended the fatherland until death.
Hey, new guy. We are here together.
Attack our forward base.
Hellcat's trying to advance. Let's get a good hit there on the Hellcat. Hellcat, of course, does get a shot in return. Another sticky bomb is thrown over the hedge. Panthers advance as well. Get a good rear armor hit there onto the Sherman tank. Destroyed engine. The Panzer IV can withstand one more shot. Receives a bounce there. Receives a pen. So does the Sherman tank. We don't see any AT grenade or sticky bombs onto the Panther. And the Panzer IV does fully go out of control right there. Panthers are advancing. Sherman tank is severely wounded, and the Hellcat is also wounded. Panther is now trying to engage these forces. And the main gun does get destroyed there on the Sherman tank. He's trying to hunt down that Sherman tank now. And there goes the Sherman tank. Does get a sticky bomb there, getting the gunner, but not the engine. The VPs are heavily in favor towards the US player. 102 for the Wehrmacht player, and 369 for the US player.
We're losing territory.
I am here. Will do. Fall in line. Has contact.
Cowards attack our forward base.
Knight's Crossholders receiving quite a bit of fire there from the rifleman. Does fall back there. Getting not even one of the models. We'll need to use some medical crates to get them healed up. Rifleman now receiving some suppressive fire. He may be pretty close to getting out of King Tiger. All depends if he has the middle ability. I think it's enough for the King Tiger itself. Doesn't have enough manpower for it though. Frag grenade thrown a couple of grenadiers. Did not dodge it. Yes, 2 Knights Crossholders deployed on out as well. The Nebelwerfer here did not get recruited just yet. M2 now raining on in. Nice crossholder still at 2 levels of Veteran C. And good hits there on for the Panther. Nice crossholders do fall back. And so do the Grenadiers. Hellcat presumably forward, fully healed up. This AP gun is in the region, so is this AP gun.
Stand at 100 points and dropping.
Corsax players now down
The Yankees are
to less than 100 points. We do got a Oswin now on the field, trying to go for some anti-infantry support. This nice crossholder needs to use some medical packs. Grenadier squad running on back as well. MG42 down to one last model. We do have a medic carrying a casualty.
We have lost a unit.
Osman does find a couple hits there. Panther still quite wide. Hasn't got any more veterans damage vehicles just yet. Osman getting some direct hits there. He may lose that rifle squad to the Oswin, but he does fall back with 3 models remaining. Casualty still being covered. And that will net him a free Grenadier.
Attention. The enemy advances.
Ooh, direct hit there on the Pioneer squad. Another repair session has been completed, so he has now... Oh, this one was destroyed. This one is now receiving some direct hits. Nope, he does have enough for a free Grenadier, just needs actually population room. He needs to catch up some sectors. Or start losing some models. Direct hit there onto that squad. Nice crossroads are advancing forward, as was the Grenadiers. He hasn't reinforced his model squad as well, because he sent Popcat. And starting to rip apart some of these rifleman squads.
Our supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply.
He will manage to decrew these points, allow the Panther to advance uncontested. Pantrick does connect as well. And with another couple more shots there, Panther does fire, direct hit. The Pantrick's power to fire as well. Does fire, but rolls a miss there. Doesn't get the kill there on the Hellcat. Panther does get another hit there. The main gun destroyed. Bazooka's Pantrick's trying to rush on forward. He may get the kill there. Pantrick just having some targeting issues. We got 2 Hellcats here. Both of them upgraded to the 50 cals that may have been off, both of them from off-map combat group. Rolls a miss there. Patrick does connect there. Got Vet 3 infantry now on the field that will help out the Grenadiers and the nice crossover. Does crush one of the models there. Trying to get the Pantrick shot there. Needs to target towards this low health one. Still having trouble with the Pantrick. Fires, aiming up a shot against the Hellcat. The Hellcat does go down. Panther's going to receive some rear armor hits there. Oswin is in the mix as well, forcing back the Rifleman squad. This Grenadier is not being upgraded at the moment. Pantrick does connect there, taking out the other Hellcat, just leaving one remaining back home with a destroyed gun. AT gun being focused down. Panther does need some repairs, perhaps fall back towards that repair bunker. And also now ripping apart those rifleman squad. Panther gets a wipe on the other one rifleman squad. This rifleman squad is getting ripped apart.
An elite heavy panzer has arrived in our reserve.
He can now bring in the King Tiger, which used to be the Tiger Ace. Long time ago, but that's why the icon's still a Tiger King. Here comes the off-map power shoot. He needs to retreat back. Ooh, doesn't even decapture the point. No. He does have 3 Grenadiers. The Free one does get deployed on now there, but there's no casualties to recover from that hit. Sticky bomb or frag grenade has been thrown in the garrison. Oswin still has plenty of health. And he's starting to make his advance now. No extra levels of efficiency being deployed out now. Does use propaganda war, forcing back 3 of the rifleman squad. Gets a damage engine there, but that's tolerable. Pilot's almost fully repaired. He still has a pioneer squad as well. AT gun being focused down. Severely wounded. Doesn't get destroyed just yet. Nebelwerfer raining on it. Could potentially destroy the AT gun. The AT guns can also burn to death.
Pioneers have seized objective. No enemy in sight.
We are losing ground.
Rifleman rushing forward. Will get Sticky Bomb off there. AT gun does get the decrewed there. Sticky Bomb does come connect. Damage engine.
Anti-air panzer report. Over.
And looks like the AT gun does get fully destroyed. Nope, the AT gun is still alive right there. Rifleman making their advance. Quite wounded. M2 Howitzer raining on in. Fresh Hellcat. Or no, that's not Fresh Hellcat. But Hellcat has been fully healed. M2 Barrage raining on in. Trying to get some of these forces. Oswin getting some hits in. The next crossroad designed for the VP. A lot of riflemen still streaming on in. Lots of bars. But Oswin in their region won't be able to just rip these all apart. Another model does go down there. King Tiger still has not been deployed now. He needs 16 spare population space, as well as the manpower for it. Off-map power shoot trying to rain on in. Does force back these squads. The Paramount Player sent the 45 ticket. Planting a King Tiger in the middle of the map could be very, very useful. Of course, he needs a bit more population room. He's capturing the flanks. Osman is, of course, very good at planting in the middle of the map and to engage. He needs to maintain range of the repair pioneers while able to help cover this point because he can't be allowing that point to be captured on up. And that's why he's pushing these forwards. He does get the kill all of those models. We do have the Sticky Bomb there. Mangan destroyed there, so the Osman is severely wounded, trying to avoid the artillery barrages. Going to rush forward with a Sticky Bomb now. And AT gun does get the kill there. That very, very wounded AT gun. Grenadiers making their advance, as well as Knights Crossholders. Riflemen are streaming on in. Not being reinforced, he must be very low in manpower. King Tiger has not yet been deployed. We do have another Osman to be pointed out. Osman will be more focused towards anti-infantry. Doesn't have to really worry about engaging armor, but King Tiger will be much more durable for his AT guns. Off-map combat group has been deployed out. Gets a whole bunch of support weapons, but no Hellcats. I'm not sure that's good or bad. The 30 cal could be pretty handy, though he has to deal with the Nebelwerfers. Mortar could be handy as well. But the AT gun's going to be very useful, no matter what, and the rifleman. The other two, bit mixed. Hellcat charging forward. Doesn't get crushed there. Patrick does roll a miss. He could potentially get a Panzerfaust off.
The enemy has 300 points.
Knights Crossholders and Grenadiers making their advance.
They're losing territory.
And now we have the M2 raining on in. I think it's going to be close range barrage on this region. Relative close range barrage. He's charging forward. We'll spot all these forces. He does have enough for a V1. I would play some V1 right here. No, he's using Firestorm. I would have done right here of the V1. I suppose the V1 will arrive a little bit too late. But if here comes the Firestorm, getting direct hits there. Holy crap. Firestorm does land in quicker, so it's probably a good idea he went for Firestorm. AT gun does get decrewed there, not getting burned to death. Yeah, it's probably actually better he went for Firestorm. It lands much, much quicker. I was thinking maybe a V1 like here or here to let them walk in to get hit, but even then, that's still probably, I don't know. Firestorm was successful. I'm just not going to doubt the decision. Hellcat still quite willing to withstand. It'll take 2 shots from the Panther to kill it off. And does get a wipe there, very nice. Net Warfare raining also, or is raining on in. A little bit too close to his own units, honestly. And Nice Cross Order does back away from the 30 cal. Looks like they're pulling out some landmines. Very nice. Never hurts to have some additional landmines. Though the Wehrmacht car doesn't really have a whole lot of fuel control. He may spot this landmine. May not. Pioneers don't really have good engagement range, but he looks like not realizing he planted a landmine there. Finds it. And he's going to eye for this VP over here. The also one is in the region. So he will be camping the VP over here. The AT gun Pack 38 camouflage right here. The Wehrmacht player is capturing multiple points. He needs more munitions to call in more Firestorms and V1s. Looks like the artillery piece did go down to that unit that rushed on forward. I'm not so sure what actually got it. Probably a Firestorm. Actually, it could have been this AT gun. That's actually in range, right? He may have actually lost that artillery piece to the AT gun.
Grabbing our territory. Our supply lines are broken. We have territory.
Over here, Rifleman does decapture the point, and there's 2 Ostwinds. He needs to rotate on the far side. He can't be letting. Okay, it doesn't get captured up. Oh wait. Looks like the US player has actually backed out of the game. Okay. That's a little bit abrupt, but either way, the Allied player has backed the game, and the Wehrmacht player has won. This is Andgray saying thank you for watching. And on to the next replay. Delete file. Holy crap. I guess one of the players is Polish. I think that's Polish, right? Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. So on the right side as the Panzers Elite, we have Archenstein, and his teammate as the Wehrmacht player, we have Aurora. Spawn on the left side as the US player, we have Sun Jin Nam 8, and as his ally as the US player. Did I cast this replay? I think I may have casted this replay. Sometimes these replays and names sort of get confusing to me. We do have US player 4587239. I think I may have casted this replay.
Grenadiers, come ready. Send your mission orders.
Yeah. Trying to see if I did or didn't. Let me check the Wehrmacht player's build order. Schimwagen. Pioneers.
Form up.
Yep, I casted this replay. Let's go to a different one then. Yeah, I casted this one. And let's go and get started. Yep, sorry about that. Looks like I cast that replay in the last section. I may have forgot to delete the replay, but either way. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Goes 1 replay. I spawn on the south side as the US player, we have Contador. Spawn on the north side as the Wehrmacht player, we have Freshtig. Or Friestig? Fresh a egg. How do you divide up this word? It's clearly 2 syllables, but where do you divide it? Free sheg or fresh egg? I have no idea. The US player is at least nice and easy. Why does like sometimes my character, my avatar model, winks when I look over the left? It annoys the crap out of me.
Point taken. It's all on.
That has been the replay. That's definitely not to me.
Construction is done. Good enough for Army.
Over here, we've got the Pioneers kept to the fuel point. Munitions points being captured on up as well. We do have a triple engineer opener for the US player, so he's going for a lot of cabin pressure. It looks like double Pioneer opener for the Wehrmacht player. Volksgrenadiers have him employed now, eyeing perhaps to push on forward. In system? Impossible day choker, they don't... What does that even mean? That's a system. Wait, is somebody hacking? What is going on here? Anybody in the chat knows what's going on with that, with the system information that's popping up?
Pioneers reporting fuel location captured.
I don't understand what's going on with that right there. I'm pretty sure the Whisper is heading to one of these players. I don't think it's definitely not heading to me.
MG-42 reporting.
MG, ready.
Not so sure what's going on. It feels like I'm being one side of the conversation.
Pioneers here.
So I'm just getting a little bit confused, honestly.
Yeah.
Pioneers have
The
sector.
Wehrmacht player is perhaps does not avoiding the engagement here. The engineers are trying to push the way forward. The light cover there of the Pioneers is being very handy. Does back away a little bit, trying to capture the point, but looks like he's just at the maximum range. Volksgrenadier eyeing the heavy cover there. Riflemen are pushing the way forward, trying to engage the Volksgrenadier, but the Volksgrenadier, of course, do have heavy cover, while the Rifleman only has a bit of light cover here and there. Do fall back on the far side of the fence. Up north, we've got the Pioneers and Engineers now engaging.
MG-42 reporting.
On the right side, I got the Riflemen being suppressed. Over here, do have the Engineers being forced on back. These Riflemen starting to engage the Volksgrenadiers, and the Riflemen over here starting to push their way forward, perhaps towards this munitions point.
Taking fire.
Riflemen are going to be capturing at that munitions point, no problem. And looks like the Engineers here are being engaged by the MG-42. Over here, Engineers and Riflemen are trying to hunt down the Pioneers. And the Pioneers will back off towards this standard strategic point, or perhaps onto the VP itself.
Territory captured.
Engineers going to get inside the garrison once again. The MG-42 is still in the region, so be able to fire upon the house, no problem. Flamer
Our
Engineer
forward supply lines are broken.
have kept at that point. These Pioneers are kept at this standard point. And we do have the wire being deployed out here by the Volksgrenadier. Very nice.
We're losing territory.
Up north, we've got the Riflemen eyeing for this fuel point.
Cowards attack our forward
None of the VPs
base.
have been captured by any player. Is this Annihilation map or mutual annihilation? Even though I'm still not exactly sure that's not necessarily how that phrase is supposed to go. We're going to have a massive flank here on the MG42, including a Flamer. These forces will just maintain and draw fire as these forces now force on back. Very good engagement there by the US player.
Territory.
The Wehrmacht player has triple MG42. That's quite a bit of MG42. Riflemen do get suppressed there. They don't have a grenade research.
Pioneer squad at full complement.
And we do also have some landmines being deployed on out by these engineers.
Sniper here.
A Wehrmacht sniper has been deployed.
Okay. Think you can handle it?
Pioneers are making their advance. 3 MGs. Yep. No, that's a lie. A bold-faced lie. We got a minesweeper out now in the field. Very nice. This landmine may be found. And does get found.
Look, we have a lot of incoming fire.
Looks like 2 strategic points or victory points are being captured on up by the Wehrmacht player. Soon it's going to be double captured in favor. The US player will start being counted, have a countdown against them.
The eye of the survey the battlefield.
Survey the battlefield, so that's defensive doctrine. So defensive doctrine has been selected. Over here we do have the US player. So it's 1 command point. I don't think he has enough time for 2. So I don't think he selected doctrine just yet. So we got defensive versus something. Likely infantry. Infantry is pretty much the standard. Could be for airborne. But seeing all these MG42s, he needs to deploy out a mortar. He has deployed a weapons support center. Hopefully a mortar is being deployed. Nope, he's going for a counter sniper. Which can also be useful versus MG42s as well.
Didn't even notice.
Overall, a bit passive. With the amount of MG42s, you can't be super aggressive, or you'll just get a lot of manpower bleed. Minesweepers are in rush on forward. They, of course, will spot these forces. No, they're lying down a mine. Bit forward.
This is Able Company territory now.
Flamer engineers ready to advance.
Munitions point.
MG42 is being deployed on up, but this could get some good damage here onto the Volksgrenadiers, getting multiple models down there. There was a sniper. Yeah, the sniper's still there. MG4 and the engineers do fall back in time.
After one of our munitions points.
No landmine their retreat path. Overall, not a very good advance by the US player. Please tell me it's a mortar. No, still no mortar being deployed on now.
Sniper's got us zeroed in.
Sniper does get a good hit there.
There's a goddamn hornet's nest here.
The riflemen are inside the garrison. US sniper advancing slowly. Iowa counter snipe does get a hit there on the MG team, so revealing himself there, and now allowing the riflemen to advance forward. Don't see frag research just yet. Riflemen still receiving some fire here from the MG42, which is a good way to distract them. There's a Wehrmacht landmine there, which could be deadly.
Observation posts report we are losing a sector.
Supply yard has complete. He's likely rushing for a Greyhound, but he's reinforcing the squads back at home. And MG42 is falling him back. He does force them back. This one is still set on up.
Triage center ready.
Over here, Shimvagen has been pointed out, probably eyeing to hunt down that sniper, or at least spot him. Sniper is advancing, rifleman still inside the garrison. Wehrmacht sniper not firing a shot just yet, perhaps eyeing for a counter snipe. There's a Wehrmacht landmine right there. And run backwards, run directly backwards. No, he does not
Front
find the
shifting.
landmine. He was so
Enemy unit
close.
down.
We destroyed them!
Enemy unit down. Maybe a pioneer that went down over here.
Composition B is in. Troops can now make sticky bombs.
Stick bombs have been pointed out a
Our front
little bit
lines are
early.
collapsing.
There's a U.S. landmine right there. Shimvagen could find it. He could. He may get a sticky bomb off right there. Hunting down the sniper. The sniper does avoid it.
Gun building here!
And getting some good rear armor hits there on the Shimvagen.
Sniper!
Does get a good hit there. Another sniper there. Are there two Wehrmacht snipers? I don't know why. It sounds like those two Wehrmacht snipers, but maybe it's the US sniper and the Wehrmacht sniper firing away around the same time. Yeah, that's an MG42. That's an MG42. Yeah, it just looks like there's only one Wehrmacht sniper at the time being. And they're just MG42s everywhere, so both sides are being very, very passive. The VPs are in a neutral capture state. The US player has lost some, but it's a negligible amount. Shimvagen's facing the wrong direction, so... Yep, now he's facing the right direction.
Have it out here!
He does not find this landmine, so that sniper can still find that landmine.
Aerial recon is now available.
We do have
Air
airborne,
support is asking for a target.
airborne versus defensive, and the strafing run could annihilate the snipers.
Under heavy fire! Can't move!
That's a recon. Trying to find the sniper. It did briefly reveal it.
Got it zeroed in!
Ooh! You must realize how close it's been. Finding that landmine is actually a really big boon for the US player, because that sniper's been so close to that landmine so many times.
Right, come on, we can do this!
Pretty standoffish, this map. Both sides probably have a lot of manpower stored up because of lack of just killing each other. We do have a tank depot here. He's going to go for a Sherman tank, likely. I don't think he's going for... Oh, damaged engine. But I have a good feeling he's going for a Sherman tank and not for
We're
a
losing
M10 or
contact with
Hellcat.
one of our sectors.
Because at this point, a Sherman tank would be a very good power swing. We have a Pack 30 in reserve. He does have enough fuel for a Crocodile, which would be an unusual option, but possible at this point in time.
Our supply lines are being threatened.
Rifle squad is being engaged!
Sniper does find a good hit there. Ooh, finds a landmine as well. Flamer engineers do get suppressed there. We may see a strafing run onto this MG. Probably not. Does get a good hit there. Wehrmacht sniper is not sure where it's at the moment. Shimvagen's trying to hunt down the US sniper. US sniper is right there. So that US sniper is plenty safe. He just needs to go down south, and he won't be able to won't be able to engage him. May find him over the hedge, but that's about it. Does find a 30 cal. I noticed we did see some more landmines. Yeah, landmines right there. Shimvagen is still patrolling around. Tank depot, Sherman tank. Not every day you see a Sherman tank. Shinvagen still trying to pursue that sniper. That's an engineer squad. The sniper is right here. Riflemen do get suppressed there. Engineers do find some good angles there on the Shinvagen. The Shinvagen may go down. Yeah, damage agent. That's going to be a dead Shinvagen. Gonna stand and fight. Motzkin doesn't even get a single burst deployed. And taking out that Shinvagen means this Sherman tank will be largely unseen. Do have a Panzer command, so both players have teched up rapidly. We may see a Panzer IV, Panther, or Ostwind. Another recon run, and just a standard recon run. There's not seeing anything major. Does get a nice sniper shot there. Though honestly, now think about it, the recon run tells them where the sniper is and isn't. And the fact that the recon run spotted no sniper there means he was able to take that shot with impunity. So, even seeing nothing is a good sign. Because that's the great thing about Recon Run. It tells you everything you need to know, whether where the enemy is and where the enemy isn't. Another Recon Run over here. British artillery running on in. No strafing run up north, but did potentially see that Warferman half-track. Oh, here comes a strafing run.
Enemy unit down.
Oh! That was nasty. How much do you lose there? At least a Volksgrenadier? Oh, let's switch over to the Wehrmacht player. What does he have remaining? He lost a Volksgrenadier, and I think lost all of his Pioneers. Now he doesn't have anything of Pioneer, didn't even have a Pioneer to finish off the Panzer Command. Oof, that was horrible. That was horrendous.
The Americans are capturing a sector.
Finds a landmine, however, in return. Let's keep the US player spotted just so we know, because there's more column options for the US player. We do have a Hellcat here. He does also have a Sherman tank as well. The Sherman tank, I don't think he's even been spotted yet. It has 0 kills on him, so I don't think he has been spotted or even fired a shot off yet. So he has deployed out 2 armored assets. We are seeing something deployed out by the Panzer Command. Panther's being deployed on out, using all of his remaining fuel. Does not have a Kampfkraft center, so no veterancy at the moment. Over here, we do have the riflemen and engineers moving forward. And does find another landmine there. And charging on forward, he does not have the base MGs at the moment, so he's able to run in the base. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Here comes another strafing run. Okay, it doesn't wipe up the MG, doesn't pick up the sniper either. As much as I don't like to see snipers, I don't like seeing these strafing runs on the base. There's a reason why in Company Heroes 2 they were removed. The US player probably should start getting some observation posts on munitions points, though he is a little bit low on manpower at the moment. He does have some armed assets, so he doesn't need to deploy out anything more at the moment. Has 4 riflemen, could pass get a bar upgrade as well. Pack 38 pushes the way forward, Panthers pushes the way forward, MG42 couldn't sport. There is some Wehrmacht landmines still scattered about, but don't see any US landmines. Oh great, I got some spam bots. Oh wait, held review, that's why it didn't show up in my feed. Looks like my spam bot filter on YouTube managed to grab some stuff before being posted, that's why I didn't see it spammed out just yet. Which is good. Those are not going to be published. Sherm tank severely wounded. Does spot the Hellcat there at point blank range. Hellcat does get a bounce right there. Hasn't really fired. He really lost that Sherm tank. Really didn't have to. Hellcat could have pushed forward and ward away that Panther, but
We're losing a fuel sector.
losing that Sherman tank is a big deal. That was a power unit on the field. Wanted to bully around the lightweight Wehrmacht infantry units, but now there's nothing. He could have just retained the infantry. We do have a second Hellcat deployed on the field, will be needed to hunt down the Panther. Now the Wehrmacht player can deploy out Ostwind. What is this being deployed on now? Knights Cross holders. He does actually need assault infantry. Any sort of infantry, really. But heavy infantry is probably a little bit better, so we can use it to capture points. Assault to this point primarily. MG42 is capturing the VP. MG42s are capturing points, but not being also successful.
Germans are seizing territory.
Painkiller here.
MG42 captured the point, but does not. It's not really an important point to capture anyways. Panther trying to get some shots on the rifleman, largely failing, and we've got the engineers streaming on for as well. MG42 doing a full retreat there. Panthers are being repaired. We will see a sticky bomb. No, we will not see a sticky bomb there on the Panther. That's Cross Holders making their advance, ripping apart the engineers. Perhaps they need to focus down the low health one, but sustaining too much fire there. They're not invincible. And they're no level of veterancy as well. When's the last time you see unvetted Knights Crossholders? I don't see a Kampfkraft deployed for his opponent either. Nope, there's Kampfkraft Center. Something got researched recently. You got Bet 1 light vehicles. The Warfermans do have some veterancy. Light looks like it was a light vehicle veterancy, which also affects, of course, the AT gun.
Enemy
No
unit
infantry
down.
of veterancy. Warfman barrage is raining on in. Capture on Ivory here. Sticky bomb likely does connect on to the Panther, but we do have the base MGs now firing away against these forces. Suppressing all these infantry. Hellcat's now charging on forward. Does get a double bounce there. Panthers are going to have to take their engage. We got our bomb run onto the Panther tank. Good damage there onto the Hellcat. Trying to avoid the bombs. Got splashed quite a bit there, even losing the MG42. Warfermans have fired their barrages, so can't engage these Hellcats with them. AT gun now under siege.
Military unit is ready to make their drop.
Not really lucky. And he wasn't very aggressive in return. He had only one Volksgrenadier. I think the third MG42 was just too many. 2 can be fine, but 3, that was way too much. He needed more Volksgrenadiers in the beginning, and then the game would definitely be different. Overall, both players just spent time not engaging each other most of the game. And that's the end of the replay. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching. And on to the next replay. And delete. And here we are. Greetings everyone, Angrade here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the bottom left side. As the British player, we have Commando Kai. Spawn on the top right side as the Panzer Elite. We have Vesuvius. Vesuvius. I actually think I got that right. We got a Lieutenant into pack up. On this map, going for some Kettengrad wouldn't be half bad because it's against British. And Brits have a bit trouble for some of the early game capping pressure. So you can make a quick gain in capping pressure and then build a couple pounds of Grenadiers to engage his opponent's hard point. And keep him pinned down along the Kettengrads to push forward and capture all the other sectors. Plus with this 2 directions here, Kettengrads can quickly capture up quite a bit of the map. Scope rifles do capture the right side of the map. Lieutenant is likely, yeah, Lieutenant is eyeing to capture the left side of the map. And the Brits are pushing the way forward. Pat's on an eye for this V. Wherever the sector he's planning to pack deploy, that's where he's going to capture. But he may need to get this cutoff point to get the rest of the resource sectors in. Or, okay, fair enough. He's going to push forward to capture up this point here, which of course does increase his fuel income and provide a nice little advanced retreat point, but nothing too far forward. Something, a small retreat. These short distances do make a difference. I know a couple years do. This distance does make a difference. And you don't have to be super aggressive sometimes. Going for super aggressive can also be detrimental or powerful. But if you go safe, it gives you a good strong advantage without really any big weaknesses, like such as this spot right here. He can always deploy out his infantry HQ to secure more munitions as well. Or be more aggressive with it. Speaking of aggressive, scope rifles going straight for this fuel point, being very aggressive, more harassy, I should say. Looks like there's 3 Panzer Grenadiers deployed on out. That one is the one with the G43s. And he does, of course, has this point being decaptured. He's going to respond to it. We do have the regular Panzer Grenadiers starting to engage. He's going to be decapturing this point to deny his opponent's income. Kettengrad's pushing his way forward as well, perhaps trying to bully around the scope rifle squad. Perhaps trying to stop him from decapturing the point. Does use suppressive fire ability there as well. And he does stop him from decapturing the point there. And he does do a full retreat there. He forced a massive response, however. While it seems like he got thwarted, the mass response is quite important there. Now he knows he can push towards the right side of the map uncontested, or largely uncontested, because there's 3 Panzer Grenadiers there. That's he's likely going to assume that's his entire army, or at least fighting army.
Send your message. Over.
Second infantry section has been deployed now, so he has 3 infantry sections, and now going for his infantry command truck, likely eyeing for a Stuart. No, Bren carrier actually, as well. And he's deploying out some forward trenches here. This is going to be a very nasty hard point. He's going to immediately garrison that. He's probably going to garrison it. Lieutenant doesn't need to capture the point. He needs to, oh, yeah, the Lieutenant is sustaining quite a bit of fire there. The Lieutenant barely gets in the trench, and actually the Lieutenant could actually potentially still go down inside the trench. He's like 1 bullet away from death. But this hard point here, the infantry section will win on the engagement. He can't retreat the Lieutenant. He's way too low to be garrisoned out, so he's going to have to keep the Lieutenant here and hope he doesn't go down. Another infantry section push way forward inside this garrison would be pretty good. That would be a good hard point for him. He could potentially capture this point here and deploy out his infantry truck right here. Or, not sure there's enough space, but there's maybe enough space here? I'm really not sure about placement around here. But potentially could lock down the cutoff point. If field support truck making his advance, we do got the Kettengrad eyeing to get his own cutoff point, but he can deploy another truck over here to secure the sector.
Germans are
right?
taking one of our strategic points.
Lieutenant has withdrawn from the trench and eyeing to capture that point, deploying out another split trench here. That's going to be a lot of defensive position right here. Incendiary grenade does come on out. He's probably going to scuttle the trench. Yeah, no, he's going to stay there. They can withstand incendiary grenade. It's going to hurt. Made a bad mistake here, trying to make him waste munitions here. So you, oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me you stayed too. Yep, you stayed too long. Yep. You flew too close to the sun. Icarus flew to the sun and his wax wings melted.
We have territory out of supply.
Yep. I first thought, oh, here we'll send one incendiary grenade and perhaps back off, but yeah, a little bit too long.
Lieutenant here.
Lieutenant's severely wounded. Lucky the Kettengrad just can't run him over or pull out a handgun. Oh, getting a little bit too close to the Vickers emplacement.
Section ready.
To have a captain being deployed on out, he needs more infantry sections, that's for sure. At least one more. And perhaps a casualty clearing station. But losing those infantry sections, oof.
Jerry's pushed through our lines and is trying to take.
He is getting time to upgrade the fuel point. Maybe he's transitioning into a
HQ has confirmed it can start securing resources from the area.
into
Jerry's
light
cut
vehicle
forward supply lines.
tactics. Two guys sapper squad, which is a good alternative. Maybe he's probably gonna go for Stewarts at this point. Does just decapture the point. He's
Forward
far out
supply
sector,
lines
so
are
just
broken.
decapturing just perfectly fine. He's eyeing to re-engage this point. This is a secondary cutoff point. No. As long as this point's captured, this stuff is being retained, so. Scope rifles pushing the way forward. There's two squads here. Trying to force back. Does use designated marksman there, but loses two models immediately because of his wounded state. And now both these guys are veterans. Veteran 1. Both of them increases their accuracy.
Captain ready.
Captain Guerrero capture points. Lieutenant, not sure what he's doing way over there.
This is field support.
Stewart is now on the build queue. What's here? Is he going for a Panzer IV C? I think that was just an upgrade of some sort. Probably the Panzer Support Command. Just hiding in case he had something inbound. Yeah, fair enough, because the lieutenant is literally a sneeze away from death.
We're standing by.
He has been deployed now, going for some AT, because likely Spices would be fighting light vehicles relatively shortly, but his opponent has gone for Panzer Support Command.
Task complete.
They are shooting at us! Shoot back, damn you!
These Panzer Grenadiers are quite wounded. I wonder if, did we see the base healing? Stewart has been deployed and out. No repair sapper, so no overheal on the Stewart just yet, but it doesn't exactly need at the moment because there's nothing on the field to threaten it. The Captain Brad could be engaged by the revolver of the captain, but probably won't do a whole lot. And now Panzer Grenadiers eyeing to advance towards the northern sector. Stewart will have some great opportunities versus there.
The enemy is seizing
No
our
panic strikes on
territories.
any of these squads yet. So the Stewart will have free reign of these against these infantry units. Trying to eye for the Captain Grad. I probably would engage the Panzer Grenadiers. Yeah, 900 manpower is a big withdrawal. Ooh, nice. Retreat to Captain to bring his sappers over here to help capture the point.
Commonwealth forces are capturing a friendly sector.
Nothing being deployed from the Panzer... Oh, here we go. We do have a short-barreled Panzer IV.
Our supply
I do
lines
love
are
seeing the
broken.
short-barreled
We have
Panzer
territory
IV.
out
We do
of
got some
supply.
slit trenches being deployed on out. Yep. The Stewart will have free range of the area. Looks like he's going to just make his way down south. Over here, we do
Supply
have
lines are
the
broken.
Lieutenant
We have
captured the
territory
point,
cut off
and
from
the
supply.
Scope Rifle Squad falling on back. No casualty clearing station in the area just moment. Not like he really can't have the manpower to forward it. Incendiary grenades was thrown on top of the sappers. Stewart needs to start picking away against these Panzer Grenadiers. It's a power unit, so use it. But he probably is a bit concerned about Panda Tracks and things of that sort. Haven't seen doctrinal lock-ins just yet from either player. And Panzer IV C has been deployed. Oh, somebody else is being deployed there? Light ATF track, so he's going to deploy that out and to help snare the engine of the Stewart.
Ready for mission order.
Oh, no canister round. On some reason, I thought a canister round's about to come on out. Field support truck heading towards this munitions point. Perhaps trying to eye the stop the Captain Grad from constantly decapturing it. Put it in the corner. Keep it nice and secure. And Stuart is making a soft retreat.
Squad, ready for orders.
Panzer IV C's makes its way forward, upgrading with the armored skirt. Over here, light ATF track support and now there. Loss of vehicle, so does lose this Kettengrad.
We've completed the upgrades, Commander.
P8 squad should perhaps iron capture the munitions point.
Confirm readiness.
Stuart potentially could engage the Panzer IV C.
We're standing by.
An engagement between the Panzer IV C and the Stuart can be a bit
Enemy
iffy
remains strong with
sometimes.
300 points.
Completed the
The
upgrades.
Panzer IV C doesn't really have the greatest anti-armor capabilities, nor does the Stuart. So I honestly don't know who actually wins in a stand-up fight between the
Defensive
two.
operations.
Finally has defensive operations because a lot of these Panzer Grenadiers have been winning for quite some time. And I just realized something. The G43 squad went down. So that's actually a pretty nice gain there.
Contact enemy armor.
Direct hit there. Panzer IV C maybe hauling down. And that would be a very good spot to haul down. And it does have the destroyed engine there by the light ATF track. Panzer IV C is now advancing. Fully immobilized. P8 squad is right here. He needs to start moving it up north. And we've got now Staghound deployed now. He needs to pursue that light ATF track. But we've got the Panzer IV C now hold down, preventing all movement. Getting some good hits there on the light ATF track. And there goes the Stuart tank. Getting some hits there. P8s are sending up a 17 pounder. When I also think they should be starting engaging. Staghound's sustaining quite a bit of fire there. Needs to get on out of there. Sustaining quite a bit of fire. 17 pounder has been deployed. Gets a direct hit there. Panzer IV C will likely go down. Staghound will
The enemy advances.
roll back up and finish it off. Rotating the gun around, rotates in good angles, pinning the Panzer IV C. P8s do bring them forward. One of them does miss. Well, both of them does miss. And does get a main gun destroyed there. Now the Staghound can engage safely. Staghound's pushing his way forward, trying to run away. Oh, you blocked this Panzer IV with the Staghound? That's why you didn't retreat back until later. I didn't realize I was actually blocking the Panzer IV. And destroyed, the Staghound will take a bit of time to clean it up, but the 17 pounder does get the kill there. Kettengrad captured from the northern points. 500 tickets versus 250. Not looking good on tickets.
Panzer, we're losing a fuel depot to the enemy.
Captain and Lieutenant. Oh, the Lieutenant still needs a medic.
Schützentrupp here.
Tank busters ready for battle.
Tank busters have been
Supply lines
deployed.
are broken.
No doctrinal selection just yet. Let's switch over back to the Brits. No doctrinal lock-in either. He has quite a bit of manpower. He's going for a royal... No. Oh, Captain. Bad retreat path for the Captain. But the Captain will escape out... Will escape... I don't know if Captain's going to escape. 70 pounder does get a good hit there. Spotted by the Captain. So the 70 pounder does manage to cover the Captain's retreat. And does do a retreat to the Captain right there. Over here, scope rifles are engaging. Does spot the tank buster squad. Lieutenant here needs to pass back in the corner. Because at the current rate, he's likely going to lose the lieutenant. Because one bullet and he's down. And the scope rifle squad is falling back. Staghound's making his advance. He can bust down some of the fencing to allow the lieutenant to engage, escape through over here.
German target has been knocked out.
Oh, but it takes out the Panzer Grenadier. Very nice. Retreat, capture, soft retreat, then full retreat. Because it can't. It may just do a full retreat this direction over here. Multiple Panzerschrecks here. Seeing all these Panzerschrecks, it may be a good idea to go for Royal Artillery at this point. bring in 25 pounders to engage all that stuff.
Target captured. Stay alert, lads.
All checked and ready to move.
Let's see now. I do have a Firefly. That's a bad decision, I would say. All these Panzerschrecks are here. Should give an indication that he's not really going for a whole lot of vehicles, but we do have a vehicle being deployed. I don't know. It's another short-barreled Panzer IV. The biggest threat's probably all these Panzerschrecks.
Ready to execute orders.
And now we do also have Hetzers as a possibility as well. So okay, he's not going for Panthers, but going for Hetzers, short-barreled Panzer IVs. Interesting combination. I like it. But now Panzerschrecks onto the field support truck is not what he wants to see. Field support truck does go down. 5 Panzer Grenadiers, 4 load of Panzerschrecks. Stag Council going to make his advance, but that could be death for him.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
Fresh Kettengrad as well. 1 Panzerschreck does roll a miss. Both of those do hit, so he's lucky that that third one did not connect. This field point is, of course, secured by his primary HQ. Firefly's make his advance. He definitely needs more anti-infantry assets out in the field. A lieutenant has fallen back without getting wiped. Kettengrad's captured up north. And we do have the Scope Rifle Squad and the captain in this region as well. Panzerschrecks are pushing the way forward.
The enemy has fallen to 200 points.
Finding a bad angle there. Force fire on the ground. Breaks down the fence.
The enemy is
Just like the
seizing our
101st.
territory.
Bandit Brothers. Scope Rifle Squad here. Captain and Lieutenant in this region as well. Still quite wounded. We've got a Churchill deployed on out. He needs to charge in and use Shell Shock to pin these forces.
Forward supply lines are broken.
The Churchill can take a beating. Does the 17-pound approach is a minor loss. Stag Council getting some good hits in as well. And there was a landmine there, getting a squad wipe. Another squad wipe there. Ooh! 2 Panzerschreck squads down. 2 Panzerschrecks dropped. Heck, the officers could pick those up. 2 Stag Council on the point now. Has a lot of... This one needs to get back, get repairs. Panzer IV-C has been spotted. He can push forward with these forces. He needs to focus on also light ATF track as well. But the Firefly is basically impervious to the Panzer IV-C. So is the Churchill. Panzerschreck squad down to 1 less model. Does lose the Piet squad, so a whole bunch of dropped AT weapons by both sides. Immobilized Staghound there. There's a Teller mine deployed there. That could be very nasty. Good hit there onto the rear armor of the Panzer IV. Not like the rear armor really mattered with that engagement. Half track does go down. Staghound still has plenty of health. So let's switch back to the British player. We do got a Hetzer deployed on out. And does get the kill down the short barrel Panzer IV-C. Firefly and Hetzer now tangling out at point-blank range. Firefly, however, a little on the back foot, receiving 2 hits off before getting 3 pens versus 1. Churchill, however, charging forward, trying to get the rear armor, which could swing the fight. The Hetzer, of course, does not have a turret. Well, not a 360 turret. And the Churchill may find some rear armor hits there. No, does not encircle the back. Churchill may just want to back off for the time being. Does expose its rear armor. He does have enough manpower for it to deploy on another Churchill. He lost his other Tommy squad, so he needs to either pull out another Tommy squad or sappers. I have a feeling this is going to be for sappers. Not a real good sector to secure up. Could potentially secure up on the northern flank. Tickets are heavily favored towards the Panzer Elite player. He can pull out Sapper, get a repair Sapper, and pick up all the... Oh! There goes that, was that a lieutenant or the captain? Both of them were one sneeze away from death. Oh. Both these force units are quite wounded. It does pull out fresh Tommy. The Tommy has a lot of... There was 3 drop Panzertreks, 2 drop Piets. There's so many drop weapons. Tellermine does get found out of control. Staghound even gets a pen there. So the Churchill does go down. Firefly in hot pursuit. Fresh short barrel Panzer IV, which could spot for the Hetzer. This game has gone so messy, so quick. Kenigrad captured the point. He's going for the VP game, which is going to be very important. Pantrek, well, this one Pantrek has been pulled enough. He's being upgraded for Brents for buttons. There's a second Pantrek has... Nope, that was still the same Pantrek.
Contact reports show the German vehicle was knocked
Firefly
out
in pursuit of the short barrel Panzer IV. The short barrel Panzer IV can go down.
We're taking shots.
The short barrel Panzer IV receiving hit there.
Troops are now
It
able
was.
to fortify
This game has gone messy very quick. Staghound receives a hit there. Doesn't send a Panzertrek to the Firefly, which is more important target hit than the Staghound at this moment in time. Okay, let's see now. We do have a sapper. Being upgraded to repair sappers, good. You need to repair sappers. You have a lot of wounded vehicles. And you have plenty of weapons to be picked up by them. So weapons is not the issue. It's just repairs. For the Panzer Lead player, we have 2 Panzertrek squads, 1 AT Hetzer, and that's it. He lost his significant advantage. Probably because the Churchill was actually very well timed. I was first thinking maybe Churchill was a possibility to the large manpower float, but then I'm thinking Royal Artillery would be better if amount of infantry saw. But then I realized as the Churchill started advancing, he could use shell shock, suppressing and pinning the nearby infantry squads, thus neutralizing the Panzertrek squads. So, in other words, the Churchill was a good option at that moment in time. Oh, this forces. He didn't repair the wounded Staghound here. Let's get the British player selected because of the overheals. Staghound has hauled down. Maybe he should haul down next to the VP. He has to play the VP game. He is severely behind the VP game.
Go ahead, Captain.
Brents and a Panzertrek making their way forward. Has this guy picked up any weapons? Does not. That does not appear to be, as I sort of get a bit of a jump scare there. Also, we've got double Panzertreks by the Panzergrenadiers now. And it does pick up the Panzertrek there. Very nice. There's some Piets from the pickup as well. Second Firefly hasn't deployed on out, which is not a good idea at this point in time, but I've been wrong so many times this game.
Lads have secured a point, sir.
Up north, Staghound does claim the Kenigrad.
What can I do for you?
There are 3 models. Oh, there's still only 3 models. I thought he would have gone for 4-man squads. 4-man squads would be very useful for the Panzergrenadiers. 1, it'll help them drop less Panzertreks. 2, allows them to stay in the fight for much longer. The Bren gun should be able to win this engagement, no problem. But looks like he's going to rush towards this northern VP. Hetzer still alive. Nothing being deployed on real. Looks like actually Panzergrenadiers being deployed on out. Definitely way too early for Panthers because it's not all structures even deployed yet for getting Panther research. So it's going for more Panzergrenadiers.
Set up and ready to fire. Ready to move
Bit of a
out.
Staghound spam. I don't really like seeing Staghound spam, but it can be effective nonetheless.
Anti-tank infantry team.
He has a bit of mission stored up as well. Maybe getting out some AVREs to nuke the Panzertrek squads because he sees the Hetzers. An AVRE could help be very useful in nuking those Panzertrek squads. Panzertrek does roll a miss there. Good hits there onto this Staghound. Both Staghounds are a bit wounded. Fireflies now making their advance.
He's overrunning one of our sectors.
Should be able to tangle with the Hetzer, no problem, 2 of them there. I think 1's more than plenty, but 2 will make him able to tango against the Hetzer very easily. Main gun destroyed there. Does get some suppression across the line, and that Staghound does go down. tank commanders have been researched there onto the Fireflies. Nice time to make this advance. This is an unupgraded one, but maybe because the Panther does pick up the Panther, does lose all those squad members, takes negative ground there. Ketengrad's charging forward. Ketengrad can easily get focused down there. Fresh tank buster has been pulling out. Only has one Panther actually at the moment. Maybe the squad that had two was... This squad must have dropped one, actually. I'm not so sure what went on there. No, there's three Panther on this. Oh wait, no, that's two separate squads. I saw 3 models and saw 3 Panther. I got really confused because you can only have 2 weapons on the Panzer Grenadiers. But yeah, he does have double Panther, so this one may have dropped the Panther at one point in time. Okay, mass haul down there. He needs to start getting towards the central VP. Pass deploy some slit trenches with this guy as well. Fresh AT Hetzler, that's probably a bad idea. He knows he has 2 Fireflies. No point in getting out AT Hetzler if it's going to get overwhelmed. And the Staghound suppression, though, would be a bit problematic. Maybe the AT Hetzler has to be called in because he can't really engage the Staghounds with the Panzer Grenadiers all too well.
Armor repaired and ready.
Ready to move out. Send over.
We've captured the victory point. Go ahead, Captain.
Under fire!
Armor
Good
has
to
us
go.
inside.
Intersection eyeing to get inside the church. Being knocked around a little bit thanks to those Panther hits. Fresh Sherman Firefly, definitely overkill at this point with the Fireflies. Those are all Incendiary Grenade there, very nice. And is trying to get inside the church now, so he will sustain a lot of extra damage right there. Goes out another Incendiary Grenade there. And you will need to abandon the church relatively soon. Staghounds and Fireflies rotating towards the center part of the map. Starting to hold down the Staghounds, very nice. He does save the VP. I heard an explosion there. Oh, there was a teller mine there. Luckily, that's in a safe position, and it's good he detonated it early,
Got
rather than later.
access to AVREs.
Oof, there we go. AVRE, very, very nice. I'll help him secure the central VP and nuke
Jerry
anything
knocked
that
out an MG
advances.
nest.
There's more. Jerry knocked out an MG nest? I'm not sure how Jerry knocked out an MG nest. Unless...
Ready to fill our statement after suck on
What is he doing at the moment? He's force firing the ground? Force firing the church? Okay, he's destroying the church. Maybe trying to make sure Panther doesn't jump in there himself. More telemines been deployed now, very nice.
AVRE on station.
Let's see, where is that glorious AVRE? Glorious AVRE is right here, which should be very useful against engaging these Panther squads. Oh, if the AT Hetzler are going to advance forward, he's going to get a very nasty surprise. Two AT Hetzlers here in camouflage mode, but the British player is eyeing to be more defensive. Both sides being a bit defensive. The Axis player, does he only have anti-vehicle assets? Yes. 3 tank busters, 2 AT Hetzlers. He has a bit of manpower, quite a bit of fuel. And those Staghounds are getting some great hits in there. He does spot these forces. May realize he's also trying to destroy the garrisons. AT Hetzlers are advancing. That is not a British landmine. That's a Tellermine.
Firefly bumped up and ready to go.
AVRE trying to hunt down these forces. We'll spot these Hetzlers who are at a bad angle. These Fireflies, these start unhauling down. Directed, they're wiping out that tank hunter squad.
Send your orders.
And the Fireflies have not unpacked or unhauled down.
All right, chaps. Fire up.
Shake off the sandbags like a dog shaking off water. They have not. We do got an MG emplacement up here. Just be very defensive. Good idea. Because since he's so low on VPs, invest a bit more there. Can always be useful. AVRE should be reloaded relatively soon.
Sector, I say again, we are losing sector.
Does spot the Hetzer there. Force back the Patrick squad.
What are your orders?
Fireflies have unpacked. Keep the Staghounds there. He needs to make sure that point stays secure. And plus, all he sees is that some AT Hetzer at the moment. Him probably spotted both of them. I think he saw both of them. But the AT Hetzer does find a good ambush position there, but that was a horrible engagement. There's no way that AT Hetzer could stay alive, but there's multiple Tellermines here. Vehicle gets spotted there by the Ptolemy squad. Very nice. And going to be engaged at close range. Patrick does connect, and a kill does go to the Ptolemy. And looks like he's playing smart. Not eyeing to pursue that AT Hetzer, because fearing Tellermines, which is very likely.
What's the plan?
And no point being aggressive. He doesn't have to be aggressive this time. Play safe, play defensively, and you will slowly win the game.
For contact.
Panzerjäger Command, he's likely eyeing to get out some Panthers now, realizing that AT Hetzers are just not enough versus those Fireflies. The Brit is at pop cap. He needs to capture out some more sectors past these southern points. Getting out a 25-pounder wouldn't be half bad either, but that's probably really stretching up the population cap. And plus, if he starts losing sectors as well, he'll be overpopulation by a significant amount, preventing him from reinforcing squad. So maybe a good idea not to deploy out anything for the foreseeable future.
Tank ready for orders.
Maybe at most another repair sapper. Significant damage there. He has a bit of munitions to expend.
Service battalion has improved our HQ vehicles.
Now he gets more income from these points. He has plenty of fuel at the moment. Maybe to
Command truck away
unpack
from
and reorganize his HQs to get more munitions income.
comms receiving you, sir.
And, oh wait, that also allows him to get more population room. So now he's able to get out a second AVRE. He can plant an AVRE against around both of these VPs, making it so that it's impossible for the Panzer Grenadiers to advance.
Tank commander here. Go ahead.
Taking fire from enemy armor.
Staghounds do see some fire there, but luck doesn't even get enough damage to take out the overheal. Does get enough damage there to take out the overheal.
Second of E.
Good hits there, a couple bounces as well. Let's switch over the... Does get out another AT Hetzer. Does not have Panther research. Now the Fireflies are starting to hold down, so has the AVRE. A lot of spare munitions. It's a doctrine that you get a lot of extra munitions, because you don't have any big munition sinks such as the HS-129B3 or Sector Artillery. You do have armor-piercing rounds, so every engagement he should use armor-piercing rounds, because he has 400 munitions. We have two Panzer Grenadiers here.
Top ready for orders.
Let's see, this one has one, so he has 3 Panzer Shreks.
Send your orders.
Not sure why the AVRE is actually planted there. But it will be useful. We do got a Ptolemy here, and he has to deploy out a casualty clearing station so he can actually get in combat healing. He's going to have a lot of spare munitions as well, thanks to these vehicles hauled down. Oh, was that something being built there? Another Staghound, very nice. He's just going to play defensive against all flanks. You anticipate infantry around the back? Well, you anticipated correctly.
Send your message.
Oh, even starting to overheal some of these emplacements. Good idea. Overheal everything. if you have it nothing heal up anything. Aviary, line up a shot. Decent hit there. The Aviary hold down can take quite a bit of beating there. Only has Pantrax in the area, so the repair sappers could just repair it while in combat. There is Incendiary Grenade there, does avoid it. Doesn't even take up the overheal just yet. He needs to fall back. There's nothing.
NCO is reporting they have destroyed a German target.
There goes one Panzer Grenadier. Another Staghound has been deployed on now. Maybe a good idea to haul it down up here. Even then, casualty clearing station, Panzerschreck, 2 Brens. That point's not going to be decrewed anytime soon. He'll have to take a lot of Incendiary Grenades.
Contact reports. Enemy vehicle has been knocked out.
Enemy vehicle has been knocked out. Ooh! The Hetzer right here got taken out. Oh no, that's a Kettengrad. Not a Hetzer. It's all the triangle thing was a Hetzer. Good hits there. Some of the Staghounds does receive a bit of fire. And those does get suppressed there, trying to focus one down, does drop a Panzerschreck. And there it goes. Times we wish I had a Hummel, or there's 3 tank auto doctrine. It's a doctrine I do like. The problem is it has nothing really to help engage this sort of sector. We got Scorcher has a Hummel to start barraging these sectors, and even sector artillery would be useful to hit some of this stuff here.
Tell us what you want.
Volksjägers, of course, have the Flak 88s to help engage at long range, as well as having the Loiter to help just continuously harass these vehicles. Because right now, he's one doctrine that cannot hit this stuff here anyway. Let's see, I love play against it. It's the easiest to deal with as Brits. I'll take your word for it since I don't play Code Heroes 1 online. So it looks like, according to you, Tank Hunter is the easiest to fight against as Brits. Which, there's nothing to engage these emplacements or entrenchments. Even slit trenches are still be a huge hassle. You have to use incendiary grenades or incendiary mortars. So yeah. And there's nothing to deal with this blob. Even deploy on munitions half tracks and try sneaking a whole bunch of Goliaths won't be useful against this.
Alright, chaps. Fire her up.
That's the only thing I think that any explosion tool against this. Because right now, that is a death blob. Oh yeah, there's no Hotchkisses either. Since you saw the short barrel Panzer IV Cs, you don't have Hotchkisses to fight either. Did you realize that when seeing the Panzer IV C and the Hetzers that you could do this sort of strategy?
6 ready.
Or was it something that you thought of later on?
Go ahead, sir.
17 pounder ready.
Tank ready for orders. Carry on.
Right for green.
CP ready for orders.
Definitely a slow match, that's for sure. AT-Hetzers now coming in for a flank.
Okay, ready for action.
Do have a bit of manpower float, which is good. Best not to invest any more squads, or else you may get overcapped if losing sectors. 17 pounder is in the region, so he's trying to force fire destruction of that corpse. ATSs are pushing on forward. Hopefully he's going for armor piercing rounds. I think that was armor piercing round because look how much damage is there. DX or Panzerschreck is going to go there. One ATSR does go down.
Getting knocked out an MG-nest.
And there goes another guy using armor piercing rounds, now starting to heal up because he can repeat on combat because there's not a whole lot of damage that Pinto Mount can do, and the Pinto Mount is actually hitting the truck. Hitting the carcass, yeah. I'm not sure how effective Panthers would be against the trench firefights like that, but there goes all 3 Hetzers. That's, yep, and that's game. Losing all those Hetzers. Well, this is Angrade saying thank you for watching and signing off. And on to the next replay. Yeah, Panthers. I'm not so sure how effective Panthers will be against hauled down Fireflies like that. I think he went a bit overboard with Fireflies, but of course that was... Your opponent kept on throwing Hetzers into a bunch of Fireflies. But I really don't know what he should have done. I guess save up for 4 Panthers is probably his best option, but then you will have such a huge manpower reserve, you can bring in a lot of force as well. I don't know. But either way. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another, Company Heroes 1 replay. It's on the north side as the US player, we have Painkillers 7. It's on the south side as the Panzer Elite player with Brendan 21. Let's see, we go for Kaliningrad or we go for Panzer Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadiers. Over here we've got barracks, 2 engineers, only going for 2 engineers. So it's like an engineers like going to east side of the map to capture the points. Fresh riflemen being deployed on out. Let's see, I was playing while I watched that game, ended up losing because that double Brit sounds confused me. Oops. Sorry about that.
What?
Luckily you don't have to worry about stream sniping if I not streaming the competitive game. Kaliningrad capturing off that center strategic point. Riflemen pushing their way forward. Looks like eyeing to the right side of the map. Munitions point being captured up. That munitions point being captured on up. I cannot speak today. Camp Goofa Company has been deployed on out. So I always forget that one can deploy out the infantry half tracks. The other one, logistics company, can deploy out the 221s. I always forget which building deploys what.
Point is ours. What time we lock it down? Huh?
Rifleman captured up that centric point. Captured the munitions point as well, but hasn't captured this point as well, so this income is wasted. He's not getting any income from these resource sectors. Second Rifleman has been, or is being deployed on out. Panzer Grenadiers do capture that cutoff point, while this one's captured the munitions point, and perhaps eyeing for the VP, keeping them nice and grouped up so they engage together.
Rifle squad, all eyes and ears.
They actually changed that. Now, well, not everything. Beforehand, even infantry came off map, but now that's mostly now deployed out from the buildings. A couple things are not, such as AT guns.
The rest of the boys are counting on it.
Also, I sort of like that aspect as well. Because it means, like, rather than training stuff on the field, it's technically just being requisitioned off map. I sort of do actually like that sort of concept. Plus in team games as well, as like if you don't like the spawn, you can swap for opponent of who gets what north, middle, and south. It actually does give tactical flexibility in team games.
What do you need?
Panzer Grenadiers do get some damage on themselves. Rifleman does sustain a bit damage as well, as will drop a model. Rifleman to capture the munitions point.
What is it?
Our fuel point is being taken by the enemy.
Riflemen are engaging the Panzer Grenadiers. These Panzer Grenadiers, however, sustain a bit of damage as well. This Rifleman is making soft retreat away as their engineers are starting to engage. The engineers are going to just back, not run forward and engage. Riflemen engaging the Panzer Grenadier while they're capping. And the Kaliningrad is rolling around.
Operation post.
And catching points while the engagement's going on. Not like he can do much fight, but could knock around the Riflemen. Engineers still have all 3 of the models. G43 squad has lost a model as well. We've got the infantry half track, however, can reinforce the G43 squad. Riflemen now captured the VP, and this rifleman captured the fuel point, with more reinforcing engineers, perhaps eyeing for this munitions point way over here. Not loaded up anything in the back of the infantry half-track.
They're taking one of our points.
Listen up.
I guess it's more of a preference in a lot of that stuff when it comes to Company Heroes 1 and Company Heroes 2. For me, I usually just rally on where on the field I need them to be, so I know their general location or general path. So I don't even look what's actually deployed in my base building. Engineers are pushing the way forward, getting some good damage there onto the engineers themselves.
We're losing ground out there.
Kettengrad is receiving some hits there on the rear armor. It is severely wounded. The Kettengrad, will, if it gets a damaged engine, it is dead. Does get damaged engine there, but actually he's crawling away. That may not actually go down, but may be finished off right there. He's actually capturing the point well, not finishing off the Kettengrad. I'd say that's actually a bit of a mistake. Don't underestimate an unarmed unit. On the left side, riflemen and engineers captured all the important sectors.
Ground out there.
And so the right side is being captured by the Panzer Grenadiers, but there's still some sectors not really secured on up. Ketengrad's slowly making his way forward, and now we've got these points now being secured as well. Panzer Grenadiers pushing forward, finds one of the rifleman squad. This other rifleman squad may need to stop capturing and start pushing forward. And does get suppressed there while still capturing. If one model squad is getting focused like that, get the other one off the line and get the light cover. Sure, soft retreat this guy, but at least you have both you guys firing, perhaps focusing down one of the squads.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supplies.
Engineers now pushing the way forward. This unit still is not handling all too much. And Flamer squad now rushing forward to get some good damage there on the Panzer Grenadiers, and that Panzer Grenadier squad will get wiped out.
Enemy unit down.
And just got an upgrade with G43 as well, so he just lost that G43 munitions. If he would have got killed before I was still upgrading, he would at least get the refund, but no refund for you. Infantry half-tracks getting some good damage there onto the riflemen. I do see 3 structures here. We do have the mortar pole being deployed now, going for an early Greyhound. Still no other structures here.
Engineers, take it easy. Motor pool is now operational.
A motor pool, like he just said, is now operational. Likely a Greyhound will be deployed relatively soon. I don't believe there's going to be AT gun first. Greyhound seemed like a good item, be it good against both the Panzer Grenadiers and the infantry half-track. Kettengrad has been fully repaired.
We're losing ground out there.
It's starting to eye that fuel point and the VP, but there's not. It will be out of supply, the fuel point. Up north, Panzer Grenadiers getting overwhelmed by a large number of riflemen.
Rifles, here.
Motor pool, there we go. Greyhound is being deployed on out.
Greyhound is on the field. Objective secured. Rifle squad defending.
Our front lines are collapsing.
Kettengrad is capturing up that rather strategic point. It will bring this point into supply.
We have an
Ready
upgrade.
to fight,
Yep.
sir.
First the 50 cal, then the armored skirts.
Losing ground out there.
Overall, they're just doing a bit of a map exchange, trading each other's sides. But overall, got better capping pressure here by the Panzer League player, going for the cutoff point and this fuel point, while these points are now just being captured on up.
Wheels and grease, ready to go.
2 command points for the US player. Over here, we've got the engineers advancing. We may see the Panzer Grenadiers forced back. And then the infantry half track does get some good bursts on in. Give enough time, it will suppress these forces. Flamer squad does not get any kills there. Does fall back with squads nice and early. No triage center for healing. So this damage here is permanent for the time being. Fresh AT gun being deployed on Al as well.
We got our flamethrower. Come on, time to pour on these. Good to go.
Another pretty passive game. Rifleman trying to capture some of these points. Does get overwhelmed. Passing me the items like cover. Greyhound gains some great damage at long range. And Flamer's now pushes his way forward. Forcing back on the Panzer Grenadiers. Both Panzer Grenadiers do fall back without gaining any territory. Nor does drop a Rifleman model there. Triage Center has been deployed now. These engineers do, of course, need it. And with scaring this point here, this point is, of course, cut off now, which, of course, means there's no fuel income here. Nor munitions come on here. So the Panzer Grenadiers need to try to capture up some of these southern points. Especially right here. And here. And, of course, here. But that one's, nope, not in the range of the MG. Riflemen do push forward. They're getting ripped apart because they're severely wounded. Best do the full retreat at this point in time, or else you may risk the squad being wiped.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Anti-gun does fire, but of course rolls a miss because it's the infantry squad. Second Greyhound's being deployed now, which would be very effective. There are two structures deployed on the field, Panzer Jäger Command and the Panzer Support Command. Don't see any upgrades coming out or anything deployed from them at the moment. Good hits there onto the Panzer Grenadiers. Engineers making his way forward. Did I just hear a aircraft? Nope, I did not hear an aircraft for reconnaissance flight or reconnaissance run. STG squad has been employed on out. Riflemen are at a pretty close range, but he's captured the VP itself, so one gun's down. Fresh rifleman squad, or somewhat fresh rifleman squad, is making his advance as well. That one rifleman, the STG squad will need to fall back, saying a bit too much there. Infantry half track to make his advance. And overall, these rifleman squads are quite wounded. He does get suppressive fire. No, yeah, he does use suppressive fire there with the G14 squad when he really didn't need to. Rifleman squad needs to fall back a long time ago. And we'll get wiped there and put a couple holes in this wall there, so now it's easy to traverse. Greyhound here, this Greyhound here. So both Greyhounds along the left side. Kaliningrad going around. And we do have another map exchange going on.
We've got the point.
Mechanized has their orders. They will now take and hold.
Oh! He went that side first. He's went for armor. Now his Greyhound to capture up sectors. That's actually a really, really good idea at this moment in time. Now he can use his Greyhounds to capture up points to increase his capping pressure, because his opponent does have good capping pressure at the moment, so I do like that option. It's the side of the Pershing as well, so you can get out Pershing relatively earlier, as opposed to Calliope, or Calliope. Another AT gun has been pointed out, maybe a little bit overkill, because he doesn't see any vehicles at the moment. Patrick does get a hit there. Greyhound does capture this sector.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Two Patrick squads are here. Does roll a miss there, and the one that could have fired does not. Focusing down the Patrick squad, doesn't get any more fire there. Getting some good hits there on the squad itself, forcing it back, saving the Greyhound. Though he does lose his Flamer squad, it's better to lose that rather than the Greyhound. Greyhound's in pursuit of the entry half track.
Hi.
And the side he went down, he could also get Allied War Machine to replace his Greyhounds. Who cares about M10 spam? We could just get Greyhound spam. Rifleman making their advance. We may see suppressive fire, though we do not. He also went with defense on his G43 squad. Usually we see accuracy on G43, defense on STGs.
Point is on.
We're losing ground out there.
The Axis hold the initiative.
STG squads are making its way forward.
Ready for
Both Greyhounds, well, one's nearly full health, the other one's full health. Rifleman also engaged here while capturing the VP, but no, it stops capturing the VP. Starting to engage the infantry half-track of his Greyhounds. Good, getting good damage in. And there goes the half-track. The STG squad would likely get wiped out at the current rate. Rolls a miss there, and does not get a kill there. I'm actually sort of surprised about that. G43 squad receiving quite a bit of fire. He needs to fall back. Panzerstrike does connect with the armored car, but can still withstand a bit of a beating. G43 squad is falling back. Two Panzerstrike squads pushing the way forward. Rifleman squad just needs to be a move forward and engage these Panzer Grenadiers. Splitting his fire, which is not very good. The Greyhounds should fall back, but no, the Panzer Grenadiers fall back instead.
Objective secured. Rifle squad defending.
He can use the Greyhounds to capture the points while repairing them. He has that ability, so use it. You actually don't really see people use that ability when it's actually a perfect time for him to use ability. Granted, he probably does not know what doctrine his opponent's gone for just yet because... and maybe worry about Teller mines. His opponent has actually not selected doctrine just yet, but he has deployed out Panthers.
Kampfgruppe, a counter battle group has arrived and is now available for deployment.
So we do have two Panthers out in the field. He does not have enough population for more Panthers. We could see some Greyhound mines as well. Those look at some possibilities.
One of our sectors has been cut off.
It's also pretty low in field as well, so I don't know why I have a good feeling I'm going to see Panther spam. Bars have been researched, which of course not going to be very effective versus Panthers, but will be effective versus the Panzer Grenadiers, which we have a massive blob pushing its way forward. Engineers now receiving some Panther fire. He does fall back, well, he does lose it.
Superiority once again.
He will need to get out of Pershing relatively soon, but I think he may have been pretty far away from that. AT gun has, of course, been deployed. There's two of them out in the field, so now the AT guns will have some good targets. But he's getting overwhelmed by the Panzer Grenadiers. Greyhounds making their charge. I think the Greyhounds may have got one penetration there. Does get a bounce there as well. The AT gun will likely get fully destroyed. Yes, it does. Over here, Kaliningrad captured the point. Other AT gun has... the fresh one has been deployed here. I'm not sure where the other one's at. I actually really don't know where the other AT gun went. It may have been destroyed. He had two, and I see three triangles. And these are Greyhounds. And this one looked like it was freshly built. Maybe this was the original one. Greyhounds do receive some bounces. One Greyhound does go down. Another good hit there. We may see some sticky bombs there. No, he doesn't have sticky bomb research. And we got the 30 cal trying to save the AT gun the best he can. You start hitting this one here, rear armor exposed, and also a bit more wounded. Rifleman starting to engage these forces, does lose a Greyhound there, but now these Panzer Grenadiers are going to be ripped apart. He's hitting the wrong one, but it's getting some good damage onto it either way. Switch back to the US player. Where is sticky bombs now being researched way too late, and did not activate Allied War Machine there to save his Greyhounds, though he perhaps sacrificed them perhaps for some experience to get closer to Pershing. And good hit there. Main gun destroyed there on that Panther. He maybe got two sticky bombs off. Engine destroyed, so that's dead Panther.
Composition B is in. Troops can now make sticky bombs.
Don't need to worry about spending munitions there on that Panther. No! Why did he spend munitions on that?
Enemy unit down.
you had an AT gun on the rear armor on a destroyed engine unit. The AT gun just needed to be A moved to right here, and the Panther would go down. Though
Losing ground out
he lost both his Greyhounds and lost a significant amount of his army, look at the map.
Secured. Rifle squad defending.
Look at the map. He still has majority control of the map. So he lost a lot, but not everything.
Enemy unit down.
And the amount of Panzer Grenadier models went down there. The Panzer League player must be hurting for manpower. Look, his squad's not being reinforced. He just deployed out some tank busters, or no, heavy assault grenadiers. So the Panzer League player is hurting for manpower.
This is Panzer.
Yeah, look at that. He's hurting for manpower. He should not have got this assault grenadier. He needed to reinforce his squads. He also got this guy here. So
The enemy is seizing our territory.
there's going to be a lot of manpower bleed against the Panzer League player. Assault Grenadiers making their advance. They do force back the riflemen. Still got an AT gun here. Second AT gun has been deployed. No doctrine has been selected either for the Panzer League player, so he still has options available.
Don't fuck up.
Fallschirmjäger, level of ground forces, doesn't seem like a good idea. He's lacking manpower, has a lot of infantry units, so he won't be able to deploy out flak 88s, and there's not a whole lot of armored S's right now for loiter. Scorched Earth probably would be his best option, just simply for booby traps. But even then, he doesn't have a lot of sectors to booby trap. There's also Tank Hunter, which... Teller mines would be nice, but he doesn't have really fuel control for laying down Teller mines. And Headswords doesn't require manpower when he already has Panthers, so it's generally not really worth it.
Destroyed an enemy unit.
So I think the best thing he can get out right now is Scorched Earth. Sector Artillery would be nice once he secures sectors. He has 0 munitions income. What is he doing? He's not capturing sectors. Use the Patriarch squads to capture sectors. You can use the G43s and STGs to kill stuff, but use the Patriarch to capture up sectors to get his income going. Because sure, he may fight against another Greyhound, or fight against a Sherman tank or M10, but he has Panthers for that, or at least a Panther for that.
Soon we'll be experts.
He needs to use his Patriarch squads to capture up points. Queue up a bunch of literally shift queue. Say you have one guy shift queue here, then perhaps up here or 2 over here. Have the other guy capture the VP and shift queue to these other points. Just start mass capturing sectors. Hell, send 1 unit along the left flank. You know this point is not captured, so he should realize that there's free real estate across this entire left side of the map. Just queue up a Patriarch squad to capture up all those sectors. The Panzer League player needs to stop, just needs to slow down, and secure territory. He has no munitions income. Getting a small float will come in handy for most doctrines, whether go for Scorched Earth or for Fallschirmjägers. Not so much for Tank Hunter. But those off maps are incredibly potent.
Panzer, stand by for target.
Again, his squad just rushed forward and not captured the sector behind him. 3 AT guns a little bit
The enemy
overkill,
is weakening even now.
but there's 3 riflemen here to rip apart all these forces. The Greyhound doing some great hits there, does wipe out a Patriarch squad as well. He's losing his core infantry to the riflemen, and there goes another squad wipe. Now let's drop Patriarch for the riflemen. He doesn't really need... Well, 3 AT guns, perhaps a little bit overkill against the Panther. He could have just not deploy out a armored car and get like 1 AT gun just to sway the Panther, and that's about it.
We have gained the ability to against one of Germany's victory points.
And I think he's a tank awareness, so I think he's gone for Tank Hunter. It's sort of hard to hear with all the voice lines going over at the same
Forward
time.
supply lines are broken. Victory reserves are at 300 points.
Now we got a Calliope. Oh, Calliope.
Reinforcements ready for the...
Oh, it looks like he did go to the side that has, wait. I always get the first two abilities mixed up with which side they're on.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
But first, Calliope has been put on the field, which would be very useful against all the Panzer Grenadiers he's been seeing. But doesn't have a whole lot of Panzer Grenadiers remaining. He has 4 squads. Using this as a single man to capture up points, which is finally what he should have been doing a long time ago. There's still 3 AT guns here. I think say that's a little bit overkill, but it was successful. His riflemen are still quite vetted, aren't they? He only has 2 squads of riflemen left, so he did lose one of his rifleman squads, but one of them is Veteran C2. And the Calliope is now able to engage those blobs very, very effectively. Rifleman squad is falling back. Calliope, is it responding? No, it's not responding at the moment. Or maybe now it is. Firing a barrage. Yes, he is. Wide range angle barrage. Getting some good hits there all across the line.
Achtung, the enemy is impacting.
Lots of damage there. And so now the next engagement with the riflemen, the 2 rifleman squads should be able to win out no problem. And nice, he has his capturing of his Greyhound. I love seeing that ability being utilized because people who has the ability never actually use it. In this case, it can boldly round the Captaingrad going around capturing out points. Who needs an unarmed transport, armored unit to capture up points? Just use a very, very well armed unit. Rifleman not pulling reinforce. He has to pull out another rifleman, so his 3rd rifleman now to pull on field. Getting ripped apart by the STGs, however. This rifleman squad will need a full retreat. He might be saving up for another pair of Panthers. He does have 24 spare population for the Panthers. And he's saving up his manpower, so likely we'll see a 2nd and 3rd Panther deployed. That's also probably one reason he's not securing some of these, reinforcing these guys all the way. Though I think these were actually wounded from the Calliope barrage, or Calliope barrage. And he's all just Assault Grenadiers and Tank Busters. He has the spare munitions. Might as well save on the manpower.
Target has been secured. Squad ready for
Grenadiers ready!
Assault Grenadiers are getting ripped apart. One Assault Grenadier does totally go down there. Patrick's advancing forward. Getting some great hits there. 2nd Greyhound deployed and out. He can use Allied War Machine to recover him. All of his Panther Grenadiers are now severely wounded. He's going to deploy out some more Panthers. In this Patrick squad, he may not realize that there's a single model there, so the Greyhounds can push on forward and not push them back, no problem.
The enemy
Well, maybe
is
not
seizing our
this
territory.
one. This one, yes. US player does have a good advantage with the VPs.
Attention, the enemy advances.
Okay, I was thinking there's another doctrinal ability selected, but no, just as it advances.
Replacement here!
Do we got another set of Panthers being deployed on out?
Ready for orders.
Okay, let's reinforce the squads first. So we have 3 Panthers, eyeing perhaps to push forward through this AT gun line.
Send your mission orders.
Pushing forward. This is the wounded Greyhound,
Unit down.
but does get the first strike there. It does spot the Panther, so this Greyhound will likely go down.
Hunter, we must defend the enemy's advances on our victory.
Yep, and the Greyhound does go down. That was actually a miss. This, so it's splash down. Panther is on the squad here. Does decapture that VP. The other VP is being decaptured by a Greyhound.
After Panther battle groups are ready for requisition.
Rifleman squad will be following back. Greyhound does a main gun destroyed by this Panther. Engine damage as well, so it's not really paying attention to the Greyhounds.
The Americans are capturing a sector.
Does roll a bounce there, and the Greyhound does go down. No Allied war machine to recover them. A little bit wasteful with those Greyhounds. Calliope is trying to soften up this region. AT gun's still pretty defensive. I'm sort of surprised we haven't seen them moved right there since he had pushing this point right here.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Fresh Greyhound, how much munitions does he have? He could have used Allied War Machine to save his Greyhounds. A lot of munitions stored up.
We have an upgrade.
Ammo dump secure. All right, men. Time for the fight.
We're losing ground out there.
Upgrade complete. Your ass covered.
On the left side, Vet 3 Riflemen making their advance. Severe damage from that Pantrek squad. Doesn't take out the Pantrek. Panther does receive a sticky bomb there, making the damaged engine. Does get damaged engine there. AT guns rolling on over. Calliope eyeing for a barrage as well. Over here, Panzer Grenadiers pushing forward. We got this Rifleman squad capturing up the BP. And we've got some missile barrages raining on in, but does largely roll a miss. AT gun does get a good hit there. And making some good rear armor hits there on the squad, on this Panther. At least 3, yeah, all 3 hitting the rear armor. Ooh, damaged engines there as well. This one exposed, no vision, however. Panzer Grenadiers single model there. I think the defense crews maybe will finish him off. There's at least 2 defense crew members.
We are losing a sector.
But he will go ahead and fall back. Does get that one
enemy is
squad
weakened
decrew, but this
now.
Rifleman squad may finish off this Panzer Grenadier. Nope, it does not. Greyhound here does go down. Both sides being very wasteful, I would say. Now we do have an M10, a single M10. Maybe get in pairs of groups for Allied War Machine. Rifleman will be capturing the VP. Maybe he's going to try to go in for the kill. Does get 2 hits there, and he may actually go down. AT guns are still actually way back at home. Does roll a miss there, and the M10 gets thrown away. Both these guys have damaged engines. Why is the AT gun still in the way in the back? Destroyed engine, so it's very, very immobile.
We are losing territory.
Here comes Calliope Barrage. And one of them goes out of control. This one's severely wounded. The AT guns are sliding on up.
We've lost the Panther.
Gets a good hit there. Another bounce there. If he gets 1 pin, it's dead. Looks like the AT guns are not hitting the Panzer Grenadiers. The Panzer Grenadiers, however, are seeing quite a bit of fire right there. And no more shots there on the Panther. He may be eyeing for a sticky bomb. Yeah, a Panther can now be deployed.
We are losing ground.
He still has 2 Panthers. This Panther is still camping this point. But right now there's a double VP. There's a VP capture in favor of the U.S. player. Phantom's trying to make his advance, making a shot there off the Greyhound. Rifleman pushing his way forward. Does have a pen truck there, so making a rear armor hit there.
Extended line. Return fire.
We have no objective.
Rifleman eyeing for a sticky bomb, but a pen truck on the rear armor, sticky bomb in the rear as well. Hitting the nope. I would have stuck around. That pen truck squad could have easily been overwhelmed, but no engine damage there on the Panther.
The enemy is down
What are my
to 200
coordinates?
points.
We got 3 AT guns here. Kaliningrad will get ripped apart by them. Fresh M10. He needs to get another one. Keep them in pairs of 2. AT guns are backed on up, so that Kaliningrad will decapture that
Losing
VP.
ground out there.
Global repair is now available. Maybe saving up his manpower for a Pershing. There we go. Now he has 2 M10s deployed. Calliope Barrage softening up this Panther. Very nice. Severely wounded, so now a good time for the M10s to charge on in. This one still has a damaged
Casualties being
engine.
reported.
Does lose the Rifleman squad here. Got a whole bunch of STG squads. Calliope will be falling back as a veteran C2, getting some good damage there against all the Panthers. 1 vehicle killed, that was a Panther. M10s are making their advance. Oh, got some hits there on the STGs. It's going forward for AT grenades. Does he have? I don't know why. It seems like he may have AT grenades. AT guns make it overwhelmed. Greyhound's pushing forward. Has a lot of good targets there for him. Panthers crawling forward, both the engine damage there. The M10's going to overwhelm. Plus the AT guns can get some good hits there. AT guns are getting some good hits there. Plus he does utilize some suppressive fire abilities there. And these Panzer Grenadiers are getting overwhelmed. I have a feeling it's more of a lower rank game between both of these players.
Enemy unit down.
And these guys do get forced back over here. Pioneers do, or engineers do go down.
Motion's in order here.
And there goes the Panther. No damage on the M10s. Some good damage there onto the AT guns. Jagdpanther has been pulling out. There's a Panther on this squad. Gets a good hit there, but rolls a bounce. Sticky bomb does connect. M10s and AT guns are now advancing. Second sticky bomb there. Damaged engine. And the rear armor is going to be exposed. And he will be penetrating the rear. Just maintain the rear armor and start firing away. That Jagdpanther is going down.
Rifle squad on point. Louder, keep it coming.
Main gun destroyed. Damaged engine again. And there goes the Jagdpanther. Though you can use a broken Tiga to recover it. Panther wounded, trying to respawn. Best destroy the carcass. This is one few times you really need to make sure you destroy the carcass. Though honestly, that Panther did or Jagdpanther did absolutely nothing. So yeah. This Panther's receiving a bit of fire. No Patrick on this squad. Kaliningrad does go down there,
Effectiveness critical.
which can be also recovered by a Bergantiga. Also, Grenadiers making their advance. The carcass does get destroyed there by the Panther, so cannot be recovered by Bergantiga. Let's see, that's a Calliope lining up a barrage somewhere, perhaps over here. Getting some good splash on the assault grenadiers. This one will need to fall back a little soon. Could potentially get wiped. No, it does not.
Enemy Panther
And the Panther will be making its way back.
Ready for deployment.
This Panther can also be covered by Berkantiga, but it's probably not likely going to be covered. This one also as well. Berkantiga's maybe his best option because he got some good carcasses. Here comes a Berkantiga. Yep.
We are losing territory.
Another M10 has been deployed, so he has, what, 4 M10s? That's a lot of M10s. Berkantiga should first recover the Jagdpanzer. Jagdpanther. He will need to get that up and running as soon as possible. Then he can worry about recovering a Panther. He does have a lot of STGs, so these riflemen are having trouble versus them. Rifleman squad, Vet 3 Rifleman squad gets annihilated, and also had a Pantrick as well. But the M10s and AT guns are more than enough anti-vehicle. The problem is he's lacking a good amount of anti-infantry. We got a Greyhound here. If you focus on the Pantrick squad, the Greyhound has free range. Carcass almost recovered. Still needs to take time to repair it up. Calliope Barrage largely unsuccessful. Panther does not receive a rear armor hit there by the Greyhound. M10s are now making their advance. This one's still back at home, not being selected. Panther is at level 2 vacancy. Does get a nice free shot there. Global repairs could be activated. Does activate Allied War Machine there and gain some great long-range damage in. Try to repair up. The Panther needs to start firing in combat, not repairing.
We have eliminated the enemy once more.
One M10 does go down, but does get recovered. Allied War Machine still activated. No damage on either of these guys, so Patch just fallen back for the time being. Berkantiga is almost recovered, but still has an damaged engine, so we'll need to get the time to repair that up. I don't think he has advanced repairs at the moment, which he severely needs. So 4 M10s and 1 Greyhound could push his way forward. We've got the Calliope still in this region. And overall, the X-Player is running out of tickets quickly. As soon as they invent the Berkantiga stealth, it can res it.
Our base is under attack.
Calliope Barrage raining on in. Pershing's been going on the field, so it's got a lot of armor assets, and that will be very effective against the blobs as well. Patrick squad will get focused down. Will go down with an AT gun. Panther charging on forward. Panther's going to go down quite quickly, getting focused down a bit too much. Jagdpanther still has a damage engine. No ground population space. Panther does go down there. And the Jagdpanther is getting ripped apart by all these M10s. This M10 will likely go down. But no, he's splitting his fire a little bit too much. That may have just missed, however.
25 points.
And the Jagdpanzer does go down. And looks like the GG has been cast. Allied War Machines being pushed, cast, and yep, this is basically game. 3 tickets remaining, and the replay is over. No, it's like a great replay, but it's Andgrade saying thank you for watching and signing off. And on to the next replay. Oh, I just realized something. It looks like one of your messages got blocked because the word climax. I didn't see that over there. I was looking at the joint messages from YouTube and Twitch. I didn't see Twitch flagged one of your comments. But yeah, apparently the word climax gets flagged in Twitch. Greetings everyone, and Grade here of another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the south side as the US player, we have Death Machine. Spawn as teammate as the US player, we have Roos. Spawn on the north side as the Panzer Elite, we have Spanky. Spawn as the other Panzer Elite, we have HJ the Man. I don't know why, but I had trouble finding this building right here. It was wide open. I was thinking this was a flag emplacement based on the mini map.
Barracks complete, as ordered.
Barracks has been deployed. Engineers pushing the way forward. Me random player. I guess they're not a team queue. I guess. So yep, looks like no pre-built teams.
We've got the point.
Which does make it relatively fair. We got a second Kettengrad up north. We've got two Panzer Grenadiers for the other Panzer Grenadier player, or Panzer Elite player. We've got Panzer Grenadiers over here. So there's 3 Kettengrads deployed on out. We do have a Jeep being deployed on out. 2 engineers. Riflemen here. So it looks like he has gone for 2 engineers as well for capping pressure. Over on the right side, we do got the engineers pushing the way forward. And these riflemen eyeing to capture some points as well. Some bullets have been fired, but over here we got the first big engagement. Jeep has rolled up. I'm finding the G43 and regular Panzer Grenadier squad. We got just regular engineers here. A lot of hedge groves here, so a lot of opportunity for wire. And the Jeep will be rolling away, trying to avoid the extra fire. Second Jeep has deployed and out. Both of them owned by the same person. They are hunting down the Kettengrad, which has gone camouflage. This player has gone for Fallschirmjägers. Because immediately locking that in allows you to get stealth Kettengrads. More wire being deployed out by the yellow US player. We got some riflemen along the flanks as well, but they're going to get 2v1 right here. Got these Jeeps engaging, getting some good damage across the Panzer Grenadiers, focusing them down very nicely. G43 squads and getting some good damage there as well. So Jeeps are falling back towards these engineers. A third Jeep has been deployed on out. So got triple Jeep opener on a map that's really hedgegrove. On hedgegrove map, which is a bit interesting, but it's getting some good angles there. Ooh, there was a landmine there. I didn't see that landmine.
Fuel point is being seized.
Kettengrad I have captured that point is not a cutoff point, while this point is a cutoff point. So this fuel point is being captured up. We've got engineers up north as well. Kettengrad still camouflage. We've got this recommend engaging the Panzer Grenadiers. These Panzer Grenadiers are all falling in back, so perhaps need to use the riflemen to split up and capture some points now. Jeeps in hot pursuit, trying to eye for to engage these Panzer Grenadiers, though they can't go too far in because the base of Black Irvings will get some good damage in. Up north, as Kettengrad does get spotted by the riflemen.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off.
And this Jeep will fall on back as well. A lot of wounded Jeeps. And he's been an observation post here on this fuel point. Looks like eyeing for some more aggressive, perhaps some Greyhounds, at least one person. Maybe the other person will go for some Sherman tanks. A Sherman bulldozer, according to the campaign, allows them to crush these hedgegroves.
Observation posts report we are losing
Fresh health, the Jeep pushing way forward. Does spot the SDGs. The SDGs will rip apart this Jeep. if you stay around for too long. And to reverse away, the roads, however, will allow the Jeep to run away quickly.
And we're damn well gonna keep it.
On the right side,
Being taken by the
VP
enemy.
being captured on up.
Ready for action.
Stealth Kettengrad still camouflaging forward. Maybe he's going to try going deep, though the both Panzer Elite. There's no off-map artillery from the call in for either player. No rocket barrages, no V2s, no firestorms. Trying to pull out some tank traps here, and he is successful.
Feeling about this side.
Needs can stop building that tank trap there, and will be start engaging the Kettengrad now. We'll destroy it, no problem.
Enemy unit down.
All Jeeps are firing. This one is fresh with damage. Does spot the landmine apparently and goes down. Stealth Kettengrad is still pushing his way forward. And does spot the Stealth Kettengrad there. Giving eye the what Doc's gone for. So he has
Casualties being reported.
ooh, lost a squad. I think it may have been a engineer because he built two. These Jeeps are doing a good job of staying healed up. The observation post is under siege. Is receiving bit of fire down. Needs to stop hunting down the Kettengrad and start focusing on these guys engaged in the observation post. This is a poor placement.
Enemy unit down.
Over here, we do got an armored car. He does get a couple kills there. A lot of damage coming out onto this point, and that observation post will likely go down. Engineer strong on Charger 4 trying to get it repaired up. Waited too long to engage these Panzer Grenadiers. Mortar half-track has to blow it on out. He's doing a good job of repairing it, but it does do focus fire, good focus firing there. Armor cars push his way forward, will be able to engage these Jeeps, no problem. I'm not so sure how effective 3 Jeeps are versus an armored car. Maybe worth a opportunity to find out. He's actually getting some good damage there. The Jeeps are actually maybe able to focus on the armored car. That would be a first. The Jeeps do ward away the armored car. I never thought I'll see it this day. Panzer Grenadiers being chased down. The observation post has been destroyed. I think it's largely due to the mortar half-track. We've got another armored car here. That could have been the same armored car. But there's another armored car here. No sticky bombs. Looks like on the retreat path, but getting some good hits there. Does get damage into there with the Jeeps. The Jeeps are actually boiling the armored cars. Mortar half-track trying to engage these riflemen. This rifleman squad is severely wounded. Does fall back now. Could potentially get wiped by this armored car.
Infantry squad reporting casualties.
And the rifleman gets wiped out thanks to that negative ground right there. Their squad would to fall back. It's way too far forward. Bit of friendly fire damage there on the Panzer Grenadier, but that rifleman squad will likely get wiped.
B is in. Troops can now make sticky bombs.
Though the Jeeps here may actually ward away these forces. Sticky bombs have been researched there by the blue US player. This Jeep is going back away. One Jeep will go down. It's just, if the Panzer Grenadiers weren't there, the Jeeps potentially could have won out on that engagement. Tutu's getting some good hits there on the rifleman. The Jeep player may be going for armored auction to get capturing Jeeps. That is also a possibility. Light AT track has been pointed out, which is an unusual counter to the Jeep spam. I generally have no idea what's really be the best counter for a lot of this stuff, but light AT tracks
At this
makes
rate, we'll be
sense.
taking Berlin by Christmas.
God damn it, Grouchers are sniffing around our asses.
I don't think Yellow's deployed out a single rifleman yet. Good damage there coming out on the 222s. This one does get damage engine there. Rifle engineers are falling back. Just the Jeep spam is starting to disintegrate. There is a Hellcat on the field. The Hellcat will be able to be useful in engaging to support the Jeeps. Is that the... I really have no idea what's going on in this game. This Jeep is adventurously won. There's a Hellcat going to be supporting the Jeeps. The Jeeps are actually knocking around the armored cars. Hellcats makes it forward. Does use camouflage there. Does avoid the fire. Gets a damaged engine hit there. Very
Losing
nice.
a munition sector. Enemy
Does get a
unit
destroyed
down.
engine crit there with the light ATF track, and the Hellcat does take the light ATF track. I don't know why I can't say the word bullying. I keep on trying to say boil. We may see a sticky bomb here with the front of the rifleman squad. There's 2 armored cars here.
Munitions point under attack.
A lot of Panzer Grenadiers here.
Enemy unit down.
And the Kettengrad does
Losing
go
ground
down.
out there.
Oh, I think that's one was being decaptured. I think there may have been Jeep capture. So I have a good thing this player has gone for armor. The other player, this US player, does not even have a supply yard yet. We do got bar research there by this US player. Maybe we should get out some casualty medic stations to get some free rifleman casualties. Right here seems perhaps a little bit too far forward. But perhaps putting a medic station here or two could be very useful to get some extra casualties.
Going after one of our munitions.
Flamer squad fully pinned. Bar rifleman squad now fully pinned as well. Yes, we do have Jeep capture here, so this player has gone for armor. And we got some folks. We knew about the folks in Luftwaffe ground forces with the stealth Kettengrads. Could finish a force fire the ground to hit that mortar half track. The light AT half track could go down. Apparently the stealth Kettengrad gets good hit there. No engine crits there.
Triage center is up and going.
Finally goes for a triage center blue.
Make it quick.
If this player's gone for Luftwaffe ground forces, the other player is highly likely going for
Losing a point
Scorched
out
Earth.
there.
Because Scorched Earth is pretty much a staple in 2v2s. Kettengrad's pushing the way forward, or Hellcat's pushing the way forward. Kettengrad does manage to stealth away somewhere. Right there. Try to go for a crush down the Luftwaffe ground forces was unsuccessful, but does force him back. Try and go for a crush down the Panic Grenadiers does fall back as well. Panzer Grenadiers all severely wounded, and does force it back as well, threatening with crushes. We still got 4 U.S. engineers here. Riflemen making an advance, trying to engage these Kettengrads. Fresh or same light TF tracks pushes way forward. This Kettengrad's going around capturing some points as well. Riflemen making their advance. We got 2 armored
We're
cars
losing a
in this
fuel
sector
sector.
as well. Does get a fully immobilized crit there, but does receive 1 pen there. But he does have engineers. Engineers pushing way forward. We'll be able to repair that immobilization, no problem.
Point is ours.
Riflemen going pretty deep. There's 2 SDG squads here.
Enemy unit down.
Oh, enemy unit down. I think the light AT track may have went down, potentially. Mortar half track now under siege from the Hellcats. We've
Forces are
got
taking casualties.
multiple armor cars here. I think that may have been a repair action there by that Kettengrad based on its placement. So he may have gone for Tank Hunter. Pushing way forward, light AT track. This may be a fresh one. This may be the same one. Riflemen do get a pair of
Enemy unit
AT grenades, sticky bombs there onto that Kettengrad. The armor cars making their advance force, trying to get some good damage down the retreating riflemen. Still got a stealth Kettengrad here, next to the carcass of his buddy.
Point is ours. What say we lock it down? Hands the object.
And we got a fully immobilized Hellcat. That had been a Tellermine, so he has gone for Tank Hunter. So this is the only. So this U.S. player is the only one who don't know about any any doctrine just yet. Getting some good damage there on the Rifleman. Kaliningrad still camouflaging around. And it looks like the Engineer squad here will get fully wiped out.
Infantry squad lost.
Does spot some of these U.S. landmines, very nice. Does get briefly reviewed there because of the road. Armor cars still rolling around.
Sector
Got this
being
Kaliningrad capturing some points.
The enemy is down to 300 points.
And this Rifleman squad will be forced on back. Bit of a strange map
Losing
entirely.
ground out there.
3 Hellcats here. Still, Jeep is still alive. 2 light TF tracks is not going to be very good versus 3 Hellcats. They all camouflage. If they hold fire, perhaps maybe they push too far forward. He does spot them. Does have hold fire turned on. If they push too far forward, then they get annihilated. Maybe he's trying to bait them forward with the Jeep. Panzer Grenadiers. I'm sort of curious if they would not. Doesn't get the bait. Falls back there. STG squad, or G43 squad does suppress one of these squads. STG squad does fully retreat. Blue has finally gone for a supply yard. And decides is not taking the bait there. Patrick squad may get a hit there. Could get some rear armor hits there on this Hellcat. Does get a fully immobilized crit there. Takes out two of them are fully immobilized. But we do have a 4th Hellcat here, and the engineers perhaps are going to repair up the engine damage there. Luftwaffe ground forces are in the area, but getting hit by the Jeeps. The 2 Jeeps. The Allied war machine has been activated. It's going to charge on forward, try to do as much damage as it can. Main gun destroyed there. Trying to go for some crushes there. It does get a full crush there on that Panzerschreck squad. This Panzerschreck squad is trying to get a shot off, but it will be recovered. This one's still fully immobilized. These other 2 should perhaps just back away for the time being. Allied war machine's about ready to wear off. Does wear off. Rifleman squad pushing way up north. We do have this Kaliningrad still here, and this Rifleman squad getting pinned by the G43 squad.
We're losing a munitions point.
Looks like we fight today.
We do got a fresh AT Hetzer. G43 squads engaging the observation post. This Hellcat has fully mobilized, but it appears to have full health, so I have no idea what's going on right there. Could be a bug of some sort. Hellcat does get a pair of pens there. He's trying to go for a pair of, at least a AT grenade there. 2 AT grenade cells connect. Let's fall back with both those Rifleman squad. One of them may get wiped there. And the Hellcat does go down there. May see AT grenade sticky bomb there with this Rifleman squad. Nope, it does not. Got inch damage on the Hellcat, but it's getting repaired on up. Autocannons pushing the way forward. Mortar half-track still raining on in. Jeeps capture up the multiple VPs. Got light half-track engaging these 4 Jeeps.
I got a bad feeling about this start.
Rifleman squad getting hit by the autocannons, but only by one of those 2-2s. We do also have a machine gun emplacement here. Unusual, but it's a good spot for it. And the Rifleman squad does get fully wiped.
Being reported.
Armor cars making their advance. And Hetzer is trying to engage this machine gun emplacement, but we've got multiple Hellcats pushing the way forward. Getting some good hits there. Does avoid additional fire, falls back, but perhaps maybe global repairs could be useful by think it may not have that ability just ready just yet. Machine gun placement does receive some fire there.
Enemy unit down.
Light 80th track gets annihilated by 4 Hellcat shots. And the machine gun placement will be going down. Looks like he does have some of these squads suppressed. And the machine gun placement does fully go down. Looks like splitting up his Hellcats. Looks like 2 ready for a flank, 2 of them ready for a frontal assault. Jeeps capturing multiple points.
Losing a munitions sector.
And these, actually there's 3 Hellcats there, so he has 5 Hellcats deployed on out.
Pick up your ears, people.
Minesweepers have been deployed. Blue hasn't selected Doctrine just yet. He has a bit of munitions income. Maybe at this point, maybe Airborne wouldn't be half bad. Engineers are in a nice spotting state. Kenigrad does go on the wrong side of town.
Munitions point under attack.
We got the Hellcats now streaming on in, eyeing for assault over this direction, eyeing some crushes onto these G43 squads. Or maybe not. Looks like they're getting caught up on terrain. Jeeps are receiving quite a bit of fire there. And the Jeep does get damaged engine there, but here comes some crushes, does fall back. So got the Luftwaffe ground forces here. It does fall back there now. Riflemen are falling on back. SCG squads making their advance and likely will overwhelm this rifleman squad. More 2-2s, more Hetzers being deployed now.
200 points left.
And this is actually a 2-2-1. This rifleman squad will get overwhelmed. Fully gets wiped there. He has 1,000 manpower.
Mechanized has their orders. They will now take and hold. We're losing a munitions
Plus he's gone for armored doctrine as well. Hellcats are now advancing. This Hellcat will likely go down. There's a lot of focus fire here. Let's see a bit of spread fire there. Global repairs have been activated on the Hellcats as the Hetzers are not focusing firing, which allows these Hellcats get maximum usage of that global repair ability. Yeah, they're staying nice and topped off. This is the most wounded one, and it's not receiving any additional fire at the moment. The Hellcats should be able to break through these Hetzers no problem. Gun damage, rearmor hits there onto this Hetzer. And go focus on the low health one, very nice. And this one will get focused to fire, no problem. You make it, not enough to kill the Hellcat. There's like this drop bar right there. Some armor cars are here. I think there may have been a landmine there deployed out by the US player. Damage engine there onto the Kenigrad. Maybe we'll get a sticky bomb on one of these. Does get a sticky bomb there on the 2-2. And does get fully immobilized. Now the Hellcats could rush, move forward, and take it out. Rifleman squad will get wiped out.
Casualties being reported.
And now we've got a tank depot deploying out. Hopefully we'll see some Sherman tanks. Got more Hellcats been deploying out. I think he may have lost 2 and used Allied War Machine. I'm not exactly sure. See a couple carcasses there. I'm not exactly sure. A lot of carcasses there. At this point, it may be a good idea for the Allied players to get more munitions posts, because more Allied War Machines just allow them to get a tide of vehicles. And honestly, the amount of hedges nearby, getting one crocodile for a bulldozer wouldn't be half bad. Start clearing out all this hedge grows to allow more mobility for the Hellcats.
We're losing ground out there.
Got a pair of Sherman tanks being pulled on out. Very nice. He can also go mass.
Collapsing.
He could actually go for mass crocodiles. Allow his teammate to deploy out the anti-tank assets. Just go mass crocodile and do something really, really strange. But that's probably a horrible idea.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply. Enemy unit down.
Fresh MG emplacement. Soon there's going to be a tide of Sherman tanks, and these armored cars won't have nothing on them.
Let's get this over with, goddammit!
1, 2, 3, 4 Hellcats. That's a Jeep going around capturing points, and we got a Calliope. I think yellow's a pop cap at this point. Let's see. We do got pair Panthers here. Looks like we're in a conflict. They're severely wounded. Let's just switch around to all the players. Let's see. What does he have? Yeah, he's about pop cap. Or not really. Engineers don't really take a whole bunch of pop cap, but he does have his 5 Hellcats, 1 Calliope. He could go for another Calliope, or maybe settle for a Pershing. Look at the VP difference. Look, he has this many VPs, while his teammate is very far behind. So overall, this player is more or less carrying. Blue's doing a good job of capturing points as well, finding resources, but he's not being detrimental to the team. It's just that Yellow is just doing great work overall, without deploying a single rifleman in the squad, this game. Blue should have deployed out some casualty recovery bunker, at least
Supply
one
lines
right
are
here,
broken. We
to
have
just start
territory
getting
cut off
casualties
from
back, because he
supply.
lost a lot of riflemen, honestly. Did I hear a landmine detonation, or was that a mortar? Calliope Bras draining on the seconds being captured on up. Outright missed. The hedges took all those shots. Let's see. Recourse got a Bergantiga deployed on out, as well as a bunch of armored cars. I think it's getting that out to recover some Hetzers. I'm not sure if there's any carcasses. There's some Hetzer cartridges, actually, yeah. Flak idiots wouldn't be half bad either. Just have to avoid the Calliopes. And over here, of course, we do have the... Actually, where did all the Panthers go? Okay, the Panthers are still alive. So it's Bergantiga and Panthers. His teammate is the one that had all the AT Hetzers, which are all dead. Does have some Panther Grenadiers. But here comes the Sherman tanks engaging the Panthers. Engine damage there from a sticky bomb. 3 Sherman tanks have been deployed and out. Maybe get some upgraded 76mm barrels.
Yes, sir. Right.
Does the all sticky bomb there? May Ty get more engine damage on the engine damage? Nope, just gets damage. Sherman tank's going to be falling back, rolling some bounces there. Needs to hit the rear armor. And that is not a line of sight blocker. Global repairs have been activated. Sherman tanks do find the rear armor, but they have found a teller mine there. Gets a good armor hits there. We do got Allied War Machine here. More Panthers have been deployed on out.
Enemy unit down.
The fresh Hetzer does, or the recovered Hetzer does go down. Allied War Machine has been expended. 2 Hellcats have been recovered.
Our forces are taking casualties.
Does he have the Bergantiga? He used the Bergantiga to recover the Bergantiga. Splitting fire, those Panthers still have plenty of health. Sherman tanks, Allied War Machine activated for the Sherman tanks. And the hedgerows are being very problematically Sherman tanks.
Ground out there.
This Sherman tank, he's about, Allied War Machine just ran up. It was unlucky about that not going down. Could use, no, doesn't have enough munitions for global repairs, field repairs. And that Sherman tank does go down, does not, looks like he recovered 1 Sherman tank, but not 2. Rolls a bounce there. Getting out some more M10s, not going to up the upgraded 76mm. MG emplacement getting flanked by the Panthers. We do have these Hellcats perhaps trying to reposition. He has down to 4 Hellcats, not 5. 2 Calliopes. He lost the Jeep as well. Now it's going to try to charge on forward, trying to engage those Calliopes. We got these teammates armor cars here as well. No, those are his armor cars.
Losing a strategic sector.
Sherman tanks still rolling around, trying to get the kill, or just perhaps trying to live. Sherman tanks and M10s pushing the way forward. Hellcat in pursuit of these Panthers. We got some Teller mines there. Does find a Teller mine there. Destroyed engine. Doesn't use global repairs, but does get an out of control crit there on that Panther tank. M10 is now charging forward. No Allied war machine. We do got the HS-129B3 is now loitering on in. A lot of armor targets for him. Panthers are engaging the Sherman tanks. Sherman tanks are seeing quite a bit of use there. Hellcat charge on in. Does find the Panther right there. Does get a bounce there. Need to hit the rear armor. More loiters raiding on in. Getting some good hits there. It fully destroys that one. These guys are getting repaired on up. Panther destroyed engine. Main gun destroyed. It does go out of control right there. Needs to get on out of there.
Enemy unit down.
Armor cars come to response, but they won't do all too much. These guys are getting repaired on up. Damage engine. And no damage engine, but that one could pursue the Hellcat. Does spot the 223. Calio's pushing the way forward, trying to use their hull mounts to engage these Panzer Grenadiers. We have some Bolshevik makers supporting out, but receiving a double kill there against the M10s. We've got 2 M10s and 2 Sherman tanks making their advance. They're all quite wounded. Maybe global repairs could be useful right now. All of his armored vehicles are a bit wounded, except for a fresh M10. Does use field repairs now. Get some rear armor hits there. Good hits there. M10's trying to maintain the rear armor. Putting some shots at the Luftwaffe forces. Field repairs have been deactivated, expired, but there goes that Panther. This M10 does receive a hit there. These guys are pushing their way forward. There's also a Sherman tank here. No 76mm Sherman tanks just yet. Getting some hits there onto the Panther. Receiving quite a bit of fire. M10 not going to make a little straw. Panther does go, or M10 does go out of control there. Another good hit there onto the Panther. Sherman tanks now advance. They are much more durable than a M10. They have lower frontal armor penetration. And rear armor penetration. Mortar half-track does receive a hit there. Doesn't have enough for Allied war machine. Looks like going to just back off and hit the kill there on the mortar half-track. May get a rear armor hit there. No, puts a hit there onto the flak gun.
Supply lines are broken.
M10 severely wounded, or no, not M10. Sherman tank severely wounded. Main gun destroyed. M10 pursuit does take out the Panther tank there. Sherman tank's crawling away. Got fresh Panthers pushing the way forward. And there goes another Sherman tank there. This Sherman tank will go down. Sherman tank does go down. The M10's going to blitz away, or not blitz away, run away. And we've got some M10s or Hellcats here to support those retreat. Let's take out the 223. Calio barrage into the base. There's no M10 for him to kill. Now the Panther's going way too forward, going a bit too close to these Hellcats. Though this Hellcat may get focused down. Got Allied war machine being activated, may get destroyed there. Does take that out, but does get replenished. These Hellcats could go suicidal in and try to get some more hits there. Calio barrage raining on in. 222 will be rained on up.
Enemy unit down.
And now
Enemy has 100 points and counting down.
looks like it will be backing on off. The tickets are going down against the Axis players. The Axis players need to reorganize and get those VPs. Oh, welcome to the stream. Sorry, I didn't see chatting. Yep, you may have lost quite a bit of vehicles that game. It is a big, massive game. Have you ever thought about getting one bulldozer to clear out all these hedges to move more mobility? At this point, it may be useful. But probably a little bit too late for that, dealing with all of the
Losing ground out there.
Panthers. So the Panthers can crush the hedges for you. Out of control, that one. This one's out of control. Oh, severely wounded. There's a Teller mine there you missed.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Rolls a miss there. Will find the Teller mine there. Global repairs have been activated. Getting some good rearmaments there, avoiding the turret. This one's charging forward. Fresh one's pulling to make its way forward. No Panther Trek on that squad. And there could be a Panzerfaust from this guy here, but your guys are fully healed on up. There is another Teller-mine there, which you may find relatively shortly. Got repairs there from the Panzer Grenadiers. Does find the landmine there. Fires a shot, but does not get the kill there. Needs to return with the low health one. I think he fired a shot. Roll and miss there. And rolls another bounce there.
We're down one tank destroyed.
Jeez. Look at all the carcasses. Times in which there's a Wehrmacht flyer to harvest all the carcasses.
We're losing a strategic sector.
Okay, you got one rifleman and one
Unit
M10.
down.
What will you do? See your teammate. Oh, we got another loiter coming on in, which may have nailed his own Panzer Grenadiers. Our AT grenade does connect. Ah. Sorry about that. I can only speak English and gibberish. You got a Jagdpanther being deployed on out. Some rear side armor hits in the frontal armor. Calliopes here. Panther does find the Calliopes. Calliopes. Good rear armor hits there. Jagdpanther does find a good hit there. And one field repairs can help heal these guys up, no problem.
Engineers, yep.
Jagdpanther is making an advance along with the Panther. Hellcat making some good hits there. Yeah, we got multiple hits there onto the Jagdpanther. Calliope raining on in, making some good hits there as well. Global field repairs have been activated. And now got the Panzer Grenadiers and Panzer Grenadiers making their way forward. SCGs and G43s. The Jagdpanther's a bit wounded. This Panther's severely wounded. Calliope Barrage largely missing. Got 3 M10s here. No Pershing just yet. I think he has enough command points for a Pershing.
The enemy is down to 50 points.
Let's switch over to the displayer. 5 M10s, 2 Calliopes, still a bunch of engineers, and a Jeep. Volksjägers are trying to capture that point, but no Hellcats there. They can be cleaned up.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory.
Get some good hits there. Over on the left side, we got a Panther and Panzer Grenadiers and Volksjägers. This Panther, however, can get quickly overwhelmed by these M10s.
Looks like mixed AT, anti-personnel mines.
Looks like this engineer does find a landmine. And the Bergantica is covering a carcass. Very nice.
We're losing a strategic sector.
Engineers, however, will spot that. Maybe? No, they just got out of... They did not spot it, actually. That is an M10 carcass. Over the left side, the Panther's now in pursuit, or being pursued.
Forward supply lines are broken.
It doesn't get the cut off there. Pershing's now available. And this Panther will go down. And the carcass will get ran over, so there's no more carcass there for repairs. Nope, gets focused down there. Oh! He team killed his own M10 there. Oof. Bergantica does get spotted. Carcass does get destroyed. And the Bergantica does go down.
Enemy unit down.
There is a handful of Teller-mines deployed out there. Very nice. And we got the Potion Jaeger squad now falling on back. Over here, we got the G43s advancing.
The enemy is after our victory point.
On the left side, Jagdpanther and Panthers making their advance. However, there's a number of Hellcats here. Pershing's being deployed now. One Hellcat does go down. Vet 3 Panthers receiving quite a bit of hits there. This Hellcat could go around to the rear armor, but there's a lot of assets here. But we've got Calio Barrage raining on him, getting some great hits there. Pershing receiving quite a bit of fire as well. We do got a Flak 88 being deployed now. It's actually been about time for our Flak 88. Bit far forward though. I perhaps would have deployed it a little bit farther back, maybe around here. Though this will go, of course, allow for maximum coverage, but it will do needs spotting. Maybe a Potion Jaeger squad can camouflage forward. Looks like Flak 88 does roll a miss there. No pad spells there. Calio Barrage raining on in. Panthers pushing its way forward. Jagdpanther, we're seeing a significant amount of fire there. Allied War Machine has been activated. There's 5 M10s here. Pershing in the area as well.
Down one tank.
M10 goes down. Panthers are still rolling around. Flak 88s, we're seeing sending some multiple hits there. No Luftwaffe loader in this region. Not loader, but Overwatch. The HS-129B3. See another Pershing deployed on out as well. Plenty of Teller mines here to prevent the Flak 88 from being overrun. This one's charging on forward. Does not get the recovery time, but does detonate a landmine there, which is pretty important actually. There's still one more. Potion Jaegers are making advance, but they're unupgraded. Probably seeing conditions for HS-129B3s. Calio Barrage raining on in, trying to hit that Flak 88, but it's a little bit down the hill, so the scatter is actually spreading very wide.
Casualties being reported. Losing a victory point. We are losing a victory point.
One of the Potion Jaeger squad should camouflage and move forward for spotting for the Flak 88. Another Calio Barrage raining on in. We've also got a Flak Irving way too close. Annihilates the Luftwaffe ground forces.
Losing ground.
And that one's
there.
much, much better. Nope. Looks like got a loiter in somewhere. Let's switch over to him. Which is Spanky. Yeah, I can't exactly see where that loiter is actually being pulled on into. Cinder Grenade was thrown. He will catch with the VP.
Battery ready for the order.
We got multiple Hellcats here and a Jeep. Looks like Yellow's lost a significant amount of his force. Yeah, he's just down to two, no, Hellcat and Pershing.
Our
Not
front lines are
Hellcat
collapsing.
and Pershing, not two Hellcats. We got the two Panthers here. The Jeep will be interrupted, but does be kept at the point in time. The Exovice only have 38 tickets remaining. Calio Barrage running on in, trying to soften up these forces. Oh, we got a mass wave of M10s, forcing back the Potion Jaegers. G43 Panzer Grenadiers making their advance as well. We've got Luftwaffe forces here, and Panzer Grenadiers here. Panthers from both players are advancing, or no, these are all from the same player. So he has to fly out 4 Panthers, now 3 Panthers. Good rearmor hits there onto the Pershing. And all these Panthers are quite healthy. Got close range barrage. Pershing's main gun does get destroyed. Does use Allied War Machine to cover both his Hellcat and his M10. Not M10. Pershing. Getting all my words tangled up. These Calliops, however, could be collapsed upon by these Panthers.
Enemy unit down.
Oh crap! We got M10s now pushing their way forward into the base. We must have crushed the infantry unit squad. I see some carcasses there, so it must have been crushed. We got a 223 coming on now, perhaps for increased resource income. Up here, Calliope's now under siege. Hellcat and Pershing make his way forward, but Hellcat will get ripped apart. Flak 88 does get direct hit there on the Hellcat as well. Pershing does get a nice rear arm hit there. Camouflage sniper pushes away forward, perhaps trying to decrew that flak gun. Up north, we still got a big mass of M10s here. It does destroy the primary HQ.
We have 300 points left.
He's going for both these HQs. The Panthers have not responded. Another set of Panthers that pushes his way forward. Can you still deploy Panthers when losing the HQ? No, you cannot. So the HQ has to be repaired. In fact, he has one Jeep Panzer Grenadier here, so he's having trouble calling in anything. Bug? Yeah, you can't deploy. You can't bring out any Panzer Grenadiers. Not believe there's a bug.
Reserves are holding a Calliope for us.
Both HQs are now down. Panthers falling on back. Panther squads push way forward. I suppose you can still deploy Panther Strike with an AT weapon or STGs from his buildings, so it's not. He still can deploy out some Panther Grenadiers. His M10 is still in the mix. Maybe he needs to use allied fuel repairs. Yes, he does. M10s. Things stiff on damage. One M10 does go down. Doesn't have allied war machine activated. Maybe a good idea to do that now, as it's sustaining more and more damage from Panther Strikes. Having trouble taking out this one Panther. Bet 3 defense. This one should be able to get the kill shot there. Yes, it does go down there now. Still no allied war machine. 3 M10s remaining out of the 6. Both these Panthers still have plenty of health remaining. Howdy. Manga destroyed. Does use allied war machine now. These guys are falling back. Manga destroyed there now. Try and get some rear armor hits onto these Panthers. This one does get a destroyed engine. This one needs to maintain its rear armor. But Manga destroyed.
Down one tank destroyer.
However, the allied, the Axis players' tickets are counting down.
Enemy unit
And we
down.
got a destroyed engine there, so all the M10s will be cleaned on up. We do have 2 reinforced ones.
Losing
Flak
ground
88
out
still
there.
here, but looks like he may have been sniped to death. Pershing now rolling on forward. Sniper is falling back. Aiming for it. Does hit the carcass there. The Panzer Grenadiers on to recapture the Flak 88. Flak 88 has been recruited. We may need to get this Pershing out of there.
Enemy unit down.
Oh, enemy unit down. Okay, that was just a 221 capturing per point, or 223. Starting to repair that one up. Close range Calliope barrage. Annihilate that Panzer Grenadier, but looks like the Pershing will go down to the Panther. Manga destroyed. And engineers will get ripped apart. Does the crew... No, he does not decrew the Flak Irving. Engineers do fall back. Fresh. This is the US sniper
Enemy is
advancing
down to
forward.
25 points.
Does get decrewed there. And nails the Flak Irving right there. Riflemen making their advance. Tickets still counting down against the Axis players. So if they decapture this point, that's basically game over. M10's making an advance. 3 M10's making their way forward. Allied war machine has been activated. But still a lot of veteran Panthers here. Pantrek, double Pantrek just annihilated that Panther. Both of these go out of control. This one is likely going down as well. Doesn't crush a model there. Flak Irving has been claimed, which could be very important. Sniper capturing the point. There's some not S-mines, butterfly bombs in the region as well. Kaliningrad, no, 223 is capturing the VP. Sniper does decapture point and will be falling away. fresh Pershing pushes his way forward. Kylo Frost coming in. It doesn't matter if he hits his friendly Flak Irving because killing it off. Oh, that hit the infantry unit. That's... Oh, I take that back. I thought it was going to do more damage to the gun. Minesweeper, I think he's pinging right here. Yep, we do have a Minesweeper here as well. Does recapture that Flak 88 fully with that Rifleman squad, so he does lose that Rifleman squad. And now we've got a Lordo coming on in. Does lose the Flak Irving. Ooh. Large, misses some large hits there. There's actually still a carcass here. Pershing now receiving quite a bit of fire. Pershing does go down. 2 M10s have been, 3 M10s have been deployed. No, not enough for Allied War Machine. Needs 2 inch munitions. Pretty close to field repairs, however. Engineers trying to capture this VP up north. Field repairs have been activated. Good damage there coming on to this Panther here. However, these buildings being a bit problematic to try and get some good rearmor hits there. This one needs to retarget towards that one. Needs to manually target this one to get it killed off as soon as possible. This M10 does go down. Pershing pushes way forward. Does get out of control onto that one Panther. This Panther is now receiving some rear armor hits there. And the Panther's almost going down. Destroyed engine. Rolls a miss there. M10 does go down, and this one does go out of control as well, unable to kill off this Panther. Ooh, trying to get these snipers. He may get one of these snipers. Does get a Panther strike shot there. Pershing severely wounded. Does get one of the kills there. Jeep may get the damaged engine crit there onto the 222. No, it does not. Soon to be a triple capture in favor of the Axis players. Do we have more munitions being brought on in? More Teller mines been deployed on now. And does fully destroy that Flak 88. A pair of Panthers have been deployed on out. 222 here. And this Panther is being fully repaired. Up here, Kettengrad. And there's still the carcass of the Borkentiga. The Panzer Panther is still, carcass still there. Trying to pull out a landmine there. The Panther could run into it. Decides to bring the Panther truck up. Pershing falling back. It's Veteran C1. Pershing does receive some bounces there.
Our front lines are collapsing.
And Kylo Barrage running on in. Does distract the gun on that Panther. Gaining time the rope. Needs time to rotate us around. Pershing's backed up into a corner. Does receive a bounce there. Sends a pen there. This Panther is pushing his way forward as well. Sends some shots there onto the engineer, which does save the life of this Pershing for the time being. Nice getting rearmor hit there. There's multiple Patriots here, and Pershing does go down. 9 tickets remaining for the Axis players. We do got a capture going up here for the Allies. So this may be game. They're going to capture the central point. We'll start to bleed for a moment. Kylo now receiving some fire there. This Kylo is sending some rockets in, but failed. But actually does go down. There was a landmine there, getting a triple hit. Damage 2 of them and gets a kill there on this one Panther. That is a massive landmine hit. Up north, this point is being captured on, interrupted by a Kettengrad. Does get damaged and does go down there and he's immediately recaptured this point. This point is captured, trying to be captured up by a 223. This point has been decaptured here by the rifleman there. X-Players on the 2 tickets, 1 ticket. And that's the end of the game. The Allies have pulled out a victory at the end. Well, this is Andgrade saying thank you for watching and signing off. Holy crap. Yep, and that's going to be the last replay I'm going to cover tonight. I need to get some sleep. Everyone have a good